Hello, everybody. Wave and say hello.
Hello.
If you've been
Hello.
watching since the beginning, I apologize for all of the technical mishaps, but we are up and running now. This is the Afterthought Committee playthrough of Tiny Tina's Bunkers and Badasses, and with me today are three very badass people. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves, starting with O'Malley.
Hello, I'm O'Malley. My name's Andrew, and I am really excited to play.
All right, and Tom?
Hi, I'm Tom, also known as Dice Maven, and I'm looking forward to blowing up some skags or whatever is in the future for us.
Yes. And Bree?
I'm Bree, they, them. I'm going to be playing Stinky.
All right. And are any of you familiar with Borderlands at all?
Yes.
Okay. A little bit. Basically, all you need to know is be as absurd and wild and satirical and a badass as you possibly can be. I'm not going to run according to the lore. I'm hardly going to run according to the rules, but I'm going to take as much as I can from this wonderful book, and we're going to put it into play right now. Why don't you go ahead and introduce your characters? Tell us just the kind of one paragraph summary of who you're playing. Let's start with Stinky.
Stinky, pronouns are she, her. She is a gunzerker cowboy enforcer. And she is called Stinky because she has uncontrollable flatulence and doesn't give a shit about it. She constantly has a cigarette kind of dangling from her lips, and she loves looting and shooting.
Love it. What about you, Eli?
So Eli is a bit of an enigma, quite literally. He's a dead-eye assassin. He's a big fan of toting around a sniper rifle and hitting things as far away and as accurately as possible, and very awkward in social interactions. Goes by he, him, and his past is even a little bit of a mystery to him. Like he doesn't really even know how he ended up where he is.
I love it. All right, so we're going to learn more about Eli as we play, hopefully. And Lefty.
Lefty is kind of a repugnant, kind of dumb, very stereotypical cowboy. Like think of a prospecting cowboy. He has a bit of a heart of gold. He's very kind of supportive of his teammates, but beyond that, most people don't want to be around him. He just sort of gives off that vibe of, does that guy smell weird, or why is he always spitting indoors and stuff like that?
Just
He
like
is a
transported from the
he him.
past.
He's a he him, and he gets hurt a lot, and he's called Lefty because he often gets left for dead, mostly because people don't want to hang out with him any longer.
He's always showing up to the tavern like very last hours after everyone has gotten there, just bloodied and beaten. I love it. All right, and as for myself, my name is Reilly Qyote. I am the creative director behind Afterthought Committee, and we are going to be doing a lot more tabletop games on this channel, so please give us a follow if you can. But with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into Bunkers and Badasses. So to get us into the scene, Lefty, Stinky, and Eli are all aboard a large carriage being drawn magically by a man atop a floating horse. And the three of you are in the back kind of laughing and joking with each other as you're on your way to this new town where you've heard that there is treasure to be found. And you're reminiscing about all of your past escapades. And among them, one of you begins talking about an embarrassing story that the three of you had gone through together. What do you remember about that embarrassing story, Stinky?
Oh my gosh. You guys, do you remember that time when we went to go get that? I think we were like working for some guy who he wanted like us to kill everybody, and there was like a big gigantic like case full of bullets and stuff, and that we had to get. It was like a gun that was like really special to him, but he didn't have any bullets. And we went and we were going, and we started trying to shoot everybody, but then we realized that like there was children everywhere. We were like, we can't kill kids. That's like against the code of honor, you know? And so we just like instead we just sort of had to like tie all the kids up like hogs, you know? And like it was really funny. I just remember like thinking it was really funny. Wasn't it? I mean, did feel sort of bad for the kids though.
That situation was a little bit went a little bit sideways, a little bit fast. Yeah.
Like I said, uh, if you just think of them as midgets, it's a lot less offensive, to fire into a crowd.
Of children. Oh boy.
Kind of dumb, kind of repugnant.
And then one of you brings up something that you often get teased about.
Now, I know you aren't the biggest fans of this, but you gotta stop teasing me about the riddling thing. It's my thing. I like to ask people riddles, particularly right before the final blow. It's a cool thing. It's badass.
It takes so much time.
Yeah, they're always so complicated. Like, why can't you just say like a catchphrase, like "You're on ice now" or something like that?
Exactly. We've been telling you to shorten it.
We've had to listen
What?
to so many villainous monologues. I can't say some riddles.
I mean, by the time you're done, like they just want to be killed already.
Yeah, maybe you could hire like a writer or something to punch them up.
All right, when we get into town, I'll look into it.
Yeah, outsource it. That's a good idea. Good idea,
I
Lefty.
like the critique. Thank you.
And so there's a quest you can write down: is find a riddle writer or a catchphrase writer. But speaking of good catchphrases, O'Malley, sorry, Lefty, you were really impressed by someone when you first joined this group. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I wasn't part of this awesome squad of vault hunters, but I had been working with another gentleman, and one day this shot comes out of nowhere and takes him out. I mean, it was from miles away. Turns out it was Eli, and I was so impressed I had to hunt Eli down and say, I'd like to join up. I'd like to get you on my team, whatever it takes. It turns out Eli was actually shooting at me and missed. But frankly, the fact that even from that distance, kill shot happened.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay,
think
like
that's
that.
impressive too.
Yeah.
I will say,
Very impressive.
the mailed riddle that came later to his house, kind of ruined it a little bit, but
Yeah, it was like 3 pages long.
yeah.
Do you remember any details from that riddle?
Yeah, it was like what can wind and like can move and whatnot, but it's not alive or something. And it was a river, and it had nothing to do with the way that he was killed. It was just I feel like
Just
you need more
It was
contextual
in
clues.
the trial phase.
Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, and as you guys are having these conversations, kind of reminiscing, you hear this giant carriage kind of grind to a halt, and you're thrown forward suddenly, and the door swings wide open. And we'll go ahead and enter the scene. So you guys aren't.
Well, we're here. Don't worry about saying goodbye. I'm sure we'll be doing this all again soon enough. Get off my bus.
All right, so after just having stepped off of this carriage, the three of you dust yourselves off, look around, and see a town nearby. Now, you're here because legend tells of a powerful weapon, one of arcane origins, something that you have never quite experienced yourselves before. It was lost a long time ago, but rumors around that mystical arm has resurfaced, and the three of you uh, have a lead on that weapon here in this town by a man named Marcus. So, let's see. This town itself is little more than an outpost on the blistered backside of Pandora. It provides less than the bare minimum to adventurers like yourselves in search of fame, fortune, and a 4-digit kill count. But as you look around, you realize that at the center of town is a gigantic, lit up sign with a friendly face on it that says Marcus Munitions. You also see quite a lot of other areas here, and that's where the map comes into place. You see a fountain in the middle of town. You see some stairs that head off and up towards a little guard tower. You see a burnt down building that is still smoking, and you see a building right next to it that says New Town Hall, like scrawled across the door. You see a house that's sitting up on stilts, kind of far off outside of town. You see a really kind of shitty abandoned shack next to another place that looks like a very fancy bar. This sign says Moxie's, but unfortunately it is closed this early in the day. What would you guys like to do now that you're here?
Well,
Well,
go. Oh, go
oh,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead, Eli.
Ugh, no, I hate droid witches. No, you.
I was just gonna say, let's just get to fucking Marcus's. Let's just get going.
Yeah, but going to Moxie's for a drink sounds pretty good.
Ah, drink does sound good. Oh my god, I'm parched. What do you say, Lefty? You're the deciding vote.
I think we go to Moxie's, and then I just spit disgustingly on the ground.
All right. As you walk through town, it's very dry, very dusty, and it doesn't seem that there's a lot of activity around here. You see at the top of the stairs are a couple of kind of guards just chatting quietly to each other. You see somebody kind of like sweeping up around the alleyways behind the shack. And as you get up to Moxie's, you see that the door is padlocked shut. But you see like some windows on each side, and you see the alleyway around the side of it as well. You could investigate more if you'd like.
Mm. Could be worth checking out. It's not like Moxie's to be closed, allegedly. Supposed to be one of the most bumping places around.
Are there posted
Allegedly.
business hours?
There are not posted business hours, but as you get closer to the door, you can see that there is like a handwritten note that says, "Come back once I've had my beauty sleep, sugar."
Oh man,
Go
Moxie
up to
don't
the
need a
window.
beauty sleep.
I go up to the window and look in like this to see if I can see anybody.
Um, it looks dark. It looks dusty. The lights and everything are on behind the bar, and you can see like lights coming from underneath a swinging door, but the main area itself is totally dark.
Maybe we should respect her wishes. We don't really want to get on her bad side, do we?
Yeah, not again.
What time is it? What time is it? It's too late to be sleeping. Way
Yeah,
too late.
You basically rode through the night and are arriving like in the early morning.
We probably just missed
How
last call.
Right.
well? Why don't we just sneak in and get ourselves a drink, and she won't be the wiser. We'll just get a little something to quench our thirst and be on our way.
I
Come
could
on.
use something for the nerves.
Let's go. Let's go. And I'm gonna go around the side, try to find a place to break in.
It's
Of
just a
course.
padlock, right?
Yeah, it's just a padlock. There's plenty of places to break in. They got windows. They got a
I
couple of side doors. Yeah. What?
I
How do
don't
you
want
want to
her to
approach
know.
this?
I don't want her to know, Lefty. We gotta go in kind of stealth like, you know. I'm looking for like a loose window or something I can open up and climb
Yeah.
in.
Tell me all about it.
I find a cracked window that's like one of those windows that opens this way,
Okay.
and I open it up and I find some debris and some barrels,
Mhm.
and I climb up
Some
and I
2x4s.
get in, and all you see is my little legs kicking out the window, and then I get inside, and then I find another window that I can open for you guys because you're not as nimble as me. I
That's
know,
all right.
so I find another one to open up for you guys.
All right. So you
It's more
head.
like I didn't want to follow behind you.
I just sort
Let's
of
have
look
you
Yeah,
make
yeah.
sadly at my paunch.
let's have you make an interact check. Do you have any like special interact checks that might apply to this situation?
Do I? Let's see. I don't know. I have a +1 interact.
Cool. All right. So that would mean you roll and then add +1.
A D20, right?
Mhm.
9.
9 total. All right. So you gather all of your stuff, you prop open the window, you climb on inside, as struggled as it is for you to do so, and then you make your way to another window. The other window has like one of those little latches that locks it, and as you pull the latch, you hear a click, and then you feel cold steel against the back of your head.
Hey, I was just we were just trying to quench our thirst. We weren't gonna take much. I was gonna leave the money on the bar.
And so you thought you could just wander in here and take care of yourselves, huh? You missed last call by hours, honey.
I didn't want to wake you up. We just got off a long ride and we just needed something to drink, and I thought you'd be
Who's
more
we?
mad if we woke you up. Me and my compatriots.
Tell me one reason I shouldn't shoot you right now.
I have money.
Yeah, how much?
Enough for a drink.
And you feel your skull explode. Guts spray against the wall.
Respawn!
What?
And Lefty and Eli, you see next to the fountain behind you. Suddenly, a magic burst, and Stinky pops out. And Stinky, you've lost 10% of the money that you have.
So I says to him, it's just backwash. Just drink it, okay? Oh, hey, look who's here.
And then
So-
you hear the window that was propped open slam shut.
Did you get the beer?
No, and I'm a little lighter for it. And as I sigh, a little too goes.
Yeah, you're scarred now. Every time you come back from one of these deaths, like something has a chance to go wrong, and now you're just really gassy. Like more so than usual.
More so than usual.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might want to be careful about lighting that cigarette.
And then all three of you in your echolocation devices, your echomancy devices, start to hear static come through, and you hear the voice of Marcus, who has hired you to come find this weapon for him. Vault hunters, what are you doing here? Come on over to my munitions shop. I've been waiting all morning for you.
We should have gone to Marcus's first.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
What? I sort of punch you on the arm and start walking toward Marcus's.
Just gonna hang my head a little bit and sigh. He's gonna try and undercut us so much on this deal.
I'd be surprised
Yeah,
if he
he
tries
will.
not to pay us at all. I wouldn't be.
All right. So
Running
heading over
another
to
favor from Marcus.
probably. Heading over to the merchant, you see it's just a wide open kind of shop door that has been propped up, and behind the counter you see our merchant here. and you see a large hand-carved wooden sign that says, "Do not kill me or you will be cursed forever." Uh, and he smiles and says, "Yeah, welcome. Took you long enough. You see, in addition to running this market, I'm also a matchmaker. You know this. I broker deals between vault hunters like yourselves and certain clients who want certain results." And then he kind
A
of winks at
glorified
Eli.
gun runner.
He's not bad. He got me to meet my first wife.
That's
Really?
right. For a small fee, I will also play romantic matchmaker. Now, have you ever heard of the Wizard's Wand?
That's that erotica book, right?
He kind of like kicks at a book that was on the ground and puts it under the table so you don't see it. No. Different wand. An artifact, magical artifact. You see, manufacturing guilds would pay a pretty fantasy equivalent of a penny, whatever that is, to get their hands on such a legendary weapon. In fact, I have it on good authority that 5 such manufacturers sent representatives to the town to seek out vault hunters like yourself. I'm losing the accent. Here we go. Unfortunately, I have it on even better authority that each of them was murdered. If you can find their corpses, though, perhaps they still have the offer letters on them. Find the letters, and you'll be able to decide who's got the juiciest rewards. Or fuck it, go find the gun and sell it to me. I don't care.
I like that one. Sounds easier. Pirate Marcus.
It is pirate now. I lost Russian and got to pirate.
That was supposed to be Russian.
I don't know what it's supposed to be, okay?
How much is this gun worth? Or sorry, how much is this wand worth?
Wand gun, it's hard to say anymore. The line between fantasy and video game has blurred a little bit. How much is that worth to him? Let's see. He does have a number. Come here. Okay. He says... Oh, that's stupid. They pay you in XP. Okay, so he says, "I'll give you each whatever gun you'd like from my collection. You can take a look at the storeroom back there. Have your pick." And as
Do you
he
pay in
kind of
advance?
back there, you start to hear like shuffling and stuff back there, and he goes, "Wait a minute. The fuck is going on back there?"
Oh, we should probably go back to the bar.
Maybe we should assist him. Maybe we should assist him. It might lean him towards giving us a little bit more reward.
It's possible.
I take out a gun. Let's go.
All right. You see Marcus kind of head over to the storeroom door, and he kicks it open, and you start hearing screaming as the door opens. When you go inside, you see 3 bandits who have broken in, and they're like currently going through his collection and like opening boxes and stuff. All of them are wielding guns, and you essentially have surprised them. So as you're walking in, you see them just going through, and they barely even notice you. What do you guys want to do?
I point my gun at one of them and I say, "Oh, no. That's ours." And
Yeah.
I fire.
All right.
Sup, boo?
Gonna slink
Please
to the
place the
back
rest in their
and
respective
shoulder up
seats.
while she's doing that.
Perfect. So go ahead and grab your tokens. Put your tokens wherever you'd like on this map. And when it loads, gosh, this takes a while when I have everything running. Oh,
Hey.
there we go. All right, so go ahead and grab your tokens, place them down, and the entrance here is where you're coming into.
How do you get your token?
You just grab your character name and drag it onto the board.
Actually, I can move
Is
pretty
it
far, I
happening?
think. I'm assuming we need to move within our deals, or are we just going in front of the door?
Yeah, you're just kind of around the front door, essentially. You all walked in
Okay.
and just boom, Stinky starts firing.
My stinky thing doesn't work. It won't work.
Hmm.
There we
Should
go.
see that now, right?
I see it now. Yeah. But now I cannot move it?
You should be able to move it now. Lefty, I
Can't
didn't
yet.
know what your speed, which is in the red, the green is your health, and the blue is your shields. I didn't know what those were for you, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
can enter those yourself.
I get extra shields. Is shield blue or green? Sorry, I missed it.
Shield is blue.
Okay. So we're going by speed mod, I think.
How many squares you have? So you should start with 3
Oh,
squares.
yeah, that's right.
And then if you have a plus or a minus, it goes up or down from there.
6.
Right on. All right. So for combat, Stinky, I need you to go ahead and roll a d20.
6?
And it's your favorite gun or not? Is it the pistol?
The pistol.
Okay, so it's
But
not
it's not, the pistol
favorite.
is not my favorite gun. No.
Right. So you would check how many hits you got according to that roll.
I would check how many hits I got based on that roll.
Yep. So you said you rolled a 16?
No, I rolled a 6.
Oh, a 6. Okay, so
And
that's usually like the first or second
oh, I see.
tier. Yeah.
Okay, one hit.
Okay, so then roll your 2d4.
Okay. 2 total.
2 total. All right, and that is explosive splash damage. So you fire, and it just hits the shelf right behind him and explodes. All this fire goes everywhere, and you hear Marcus behind you like, "Watch the goods!" Like he's getting all upset. And then the other bandits now take notice, and they both kind of pop up from where they are, and they look really terrified. You still have all the rest of your turn. You can do so much stuff. What would you like to do?
Yes, I would like to move. How much can I move again? 4 squares. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I still can't move my character, but
okay.
I'm gonna move in between these 2 bandits,
Okay.
and I'm going to. I
Yeah, you should
think
be
I
able to
can
move it now.
shoot. Okay, there we go. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm behind that one. I'm kind of covering him, but
That's fine.
I'm going to shoot the one that I already shot first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, hold on. I can't remember if I could do that
You can do a melee attack.
again.
You're like right there. So
Okay,
if you
I
shoot, it's going to
will.
do the damage to you too.
Oh, because of the splash.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I will punch the one that I hit.
All right. So you run forward and you just boom, knock him out as he's turning around to look at you.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
What's that?
I can do so much more. Oh, melee. Melee.
So you roll a d20 again.
Okay. 18.
Okay. So you get to roll your damage die twice.
My damage die twice. And my damage die is what?
Your melee damage die, I think, is a d10.
D10. Sweet. And then I add them total up.
Yeah.
17.
Jeez Louise. All right.
Oh, no,
so,
I rolled a D12. I rolled a D12. Sorry.
Okay. I was like, damn.
That's way bigger. D10.
And then you roll like 2 10s.
I only have percentage dice. Does that matter?
It doesn't matter.
So instead of saying 30, I would say 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so 7.
7 total. All right. So you nearly knock this guy out. You just bam right in the jaw, and he like starts to stagger back. And the only reason he doesn't hit the ground is because he's like up against this shelf of stuff.
Okay, and then I can move again. No, yeah, I have one more. Oh, I will just punch the other guy now. I'm gonna like
You want to do
pistol
an
whip
extra
him.
attack?
Yes.
All right. Oops. All right, so that's going to generate a mayhem point, which means the more points I have, the more currency I have to fuck you guys over in the story.
Okay. So I'm gonna 15
For the to hit.
to hit.
Okay. And this is all the same guy, right?
No, this is the other guy now
Okay.
who's taken no damage yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you're just like gun in each hand, like
Yeah. Yeah.
nice.
And now that's 8, 9 points.
Oh geez. Yeah, same thing with this guy. You like push him back a square, he gets hit so hard.
And then I have one more square, I think, to move. So I will move here.
Okay.
And then I think that's it.
Okay. All right. And then Lefty, you have a +2 speed mod, right?
I've got a +3.
Oh geez. All right. So what would you like to do as you see your companion just immediately launch into an assault? You're kind of like still basically just stepping through the doorway at this point.
Well, I feel like Lefty goes to reach for his rocket launcher, and then Marcus shouts, be careful in there.
Yeah.
And so he kind of sighs and draws his 2 revolvers and runs over to the closest bandit and starts pummeling him with them.
Nice. All right. So this guy right here.
Yeah, and so I think I rolled D20.
Mm-hmm. Your
All
D20 for
right.
melee attacks.
There's no mod.
No mod.
I score a 14.
All right. So that's just
So
normal damage.
1d10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a 9.
And holy crap. All right. So that's done for this guy.
It's not too bad.
Yeah. So you come forward and you just boom, like finishing the job as he's getting back up from being like nearly knocked out. You just finish the job. And as he kind of slumps down and falls, you hear some beeping and you look down and you see there's like a glowing arcane box that's attached to his hip, just going beep, beep, beep.
Oh, it must be like a pacemaker insulin thing. Poor guy.
Yeah, I noticed his heart stopped. All right. Anything else?
I feel like Lefty at this point. Can I attack someone else, or would he just sit there and pick his nose?
Absolutely. You have an extra attack if you'd like to use it, and then you have a bunch of other stuff that you can do on your turn as well.
Well, snap, yeah. I will run up, if allowed, and punch this guy too.
All right, so you have 6 total squares. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. You're easily, yeah, and then generate a mayhem point for an extra attack.
I got a 3 on that roll, which amazingly still hits.
Normal damage. Yeah, it only misses if it's a natural 1. That's what I love about this system.
And I got a 3 on my damage die, so.
Okay.
Is it, just while it's my turn, when when Lefty decides to go into a rage, Berserker Rage, does that take up his turn to turn on that action?
No, we were looking at that, and it does technically say, like, rules as written, that I think it uses one of your attacks.
Yeah.
I don't think that it uses your whole action, though.
Okay, and I mean, technically your Barbarian Rage gives you another attack, I think, but I wasn't sure where it all happened, so.
But since you've already done your normal attack, you technically
Yeah.
be able to do
Next
the action skill, yeah. But you still got all kinds of stuff you could do if you want, but otherwise it's gonna go to Eli.
Yeah, I think Lefty at this point just like sticks his finger in his nose.
Nice.
He has to be repugnant. He has to be hateful.
Okay.
So Eli shoulders up his sniper, flips the cap up, takes a deep breath, There's some like inner monologue. All right, don't hit Stinky. Don't hit Stinky.
Don't
Think of something. Think of
And I go,
something.
don't hit me.
Think of a good riddle. Think of a good riddle. All right, steady. What's brass and leaves a pink mist? And fires. So a 20?
Oh gosh, natural 20?
No,
20 total.
14 plus 6 accuracy.
Okay, yeah.
Jeez.
So 20 total is still, I think, a
That is
crit, right?
yeah, a hit and a crit. It's like
Nice. Yeah, and it does that like slow zoom thing where like as you shoot, the vat like camera comes in through the bullet and then like follows it in slow motion.
follows, yeah.
Yeah.
So all right, that would be for the crit 6, 7 damage, and then for the regular hit 3 damage. So 10
Nice.
damage total.
10 damage total. All right. So you hold your breath, fire, and you see the bandit. Like if you could see a million frames a second, you would see him kind of like pause and put a finger to his like, what? And then through his eye, bullet out the other side.
Is that riddle better?
That was a good one. That was a good one.
It
I
was a
liked
little
it.
on the nose.
That's what I liked about it. I didn't have to think.
That's
The
true.
bandit
Neither
next
did
to
he,
Lefty is
considering
like,
you blew his
"You're
brains
arguing
out.
about riddles." All right. So after the three of you have all made your moves, Eli, do you still want to do anything? You have an extra attack. If you want to take it, you have all sorts of movement and everything else as well.
I will I guess technically not hold, but yeah, just pass from there because recovering from that, it's like, whew, okay, I did it.
Okay. Yeah. So at the end of this round, if there's anything else you want to do, go ahead and let me know. So with this bandit on the ground and this bandit on the ground and this one being pummeled here, we kind of zoom in to this area in the back behind this shelf. And you, if you were the camera, would see these two bandits kind of hiding, and they're both like fiddling with this thing, and one has a hand on it and the other has a hand on it, and they're kind of like doing the Zoolander thing, trying to figure it out. And then you see this bandit here start screaming about refunds completely incomprehensibly, and you have no idea what he's talking about, but he basically like looks very, very proud and happy, even though he's surely about to die. And he rips open his jacket. He's wearing a jacket now. And underneath you see two of those same arcane kind of like boxes, both glowing and beeping. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, that's weird. It must be like a club or something.
Yeah. And as he's shouting about refunds, you hear Marcus from the back like, "You heard them. They want a refund. Give them store credit in the form of bullets." So I'm going to have each of you try to come up with a badass move here. What you realize is that these bandits all have explosive devices attached to them, and they're going to go off at any second. So I want all three of you to be as badass as possible. Come up with the most zany plan to take out these bandits, stop the explosion, save Marcus, and maybe get some loot.
All right.
Uh,
Stinky's gonna go for. Is the third bandit here dead yet?
No, he's pretty beaten, but he's
For-
the one standing there going like, "I want a refund! I want a refund!"
Okay, and he also has explosives on him, right?
Yeah.
So now, all three of them have explosives, or only that one?
It looks like it, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to run up to that closest bandit
Mm-hmm.
and chokehold him and grab the explosives, remove his mask and shove the explosives in his mouth,
Okay.
and then toss him toward Lefty,
Okay.
and then go toward the other two and aim my guns at them.
Mm-hmm.
And can I fire 2 guns at once?
Sure. This is a badass move. Go crazy.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Oh shit, I only have my pistol and my launcher.
You just
I'm
grab
gonna
one off
do
the
it.
shelf.
I'm gonna have my hand like this and my pistol in the other hand.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
And you're gonna make the noise. Bang.
yeah, I'm gonna go pow, and then I'm gonna actually shoot the one that I have.
Okay. Lefty, Eli, any ideas on how to aid in this badass maneuver?
I'm gonna have to go to the back of the shop to deal with the other two, I would assume. I guess I would Lefty would dart to the back,
Yeah,
and
I was gonna
is
say
there any
you
sort
pick
of
it up because they're hiding, and as they're fighting with this device, they drop it, and you see it like skitter on the ground out, and as they're trying to reach out, you're like, oh, those motherfuckers.
Okay, so for sure I know that they're back there.
Yeah, you for sure know they're back there.
Are there any like windows here, or even like trash cans, or some place that I would think to throw an explosive device?
Not in the storeroom, but in this corner where the bandits are hiding. If you run over there, you would see that they have dug like a hole through underneath the wall to the outside world.
Lefty would attempt to run back there and at least throw one of them through said hole.
Okay. Yeah. You just are you grabbing like one of the knocked out bandits or one of the ones that is still up?
Yeah, one of the ones who's still up in that back area. I think I'd do the grab by the
You
mask
see the
straps and grab by
shadow.
the pants and just
You
sort of.
see your shadow kind of go over them as they both have their heads down, and then they look up and just face like right on the mask.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like Lefty tries to think of something cool to say. Um,
You're trying to
but
get hired as the writer.
just sort of stands there staring at the guy, thinking, and then finally just throws him through the hole.
Nice. All right, what about you, Eli?
So it's in the back left corner that
Mhm.
this is going on.
Yeah.
All right. So I would use the movement I have here to go to this bandit and grab the device that's on the ground. Because
Okay.
I think Stinky grabbed the one a little bit like north, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to hurl it all the way towards the back.
What?
I mean,
You hurl it over towards Lefty,
self-preservation.
hoping for some sort of alley-oop situation.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
and also self-preservation.
Totally.
I mean,
Totally.
I'm sorry, Lefty, but you put yourself in the place where it seems that it would be the best to dispose of these explosives.
I feel like Lefty feels really triumphant in getting one explosive out of the building, and like another one hits him in the head.
Yeah, it's like
exactly. Exactly.
catch.
All right.
Just
So all
frisbee
three
it
of
across.
you, please go into the macro menu and roll your badass die. Now, a badass die is different from a d20 for those of you watching, in that it has 3 20s and 3 1s. So it could go either very poorly or very well. We'll see what happens.
Where is the macro menu for this?
It's like a playlist icon.
It's top
Like 3
right.
lines. Oh, I guess there's a
little
music
hamburger.
one too.
Yeah, there's a little hamburger menu with like bullet points.
Got it.
All
Oh.
right. Oof.
How did you roll a 0?
That's the natural one. It comes up as a 0 for some reason. So we have a natural 20, thanks to Lefty here. And then we have a natural 1, thanks to Eli here. And then
Boo.
Stinky, you pretty much did what you needed to do. It wasn't very extreme. But you got that thing into his mouth, and you're really trying to. It's big, and you're trying to work it in there. You're determined to force him to swallow this thing. So let's see. Lefty, you get to describe exactly how your portion went right before the secondary explosive from Eli lands right at your feet.
Yeah, I feel like as I said, he kind of picks him up and he kind of like hefts him sideways and then through the hole. Everything goes off perfectly, and then he kind of like and starts looking at the second guy, and when he gets hit in the side of the head with this thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Turns
only
around.
accurate with guns, not throwing.
That was
Alright.
very accurate. It was just not where it should have been thrown.
And then Stinky, in the middle of this, you're kind of not really paying attention to what Lefty and Eli are doing. You're focused on exactly what you need to do. So let me know how that works out for you.
This guy's jaw is like breaking and like stretching, and I'm just like shoving it, and I'm like, get in there. And then I just leave it, and then that's when I push him toward Lefty to finish,
Yeah,
which he
so-
doesn't. He does something else.
So Lefty looks down, sees this bomb land at his feet after hitting him in the head, and then the body of this other guy falls at his feet as well, with the bomb in his mouth. So it's just two sitting right next to each other.
And then I go over right to do this thing,
Mm-hmm.
and after I shoot this one, and this one got scared, and I look at him and I go pew, and then I rush that one and get his explosive,
Uh-huh.
and I toss it as far away as I can.
Perfect. All right, so as you grab his explosive and you go to toss it, all these explosions start going off at once. And unfortunately, the ones right next to Lefty and the ones that you have just tossed, Stinky, are enough to completely eviscerate the entire storeroom.
Oh man.
The camera pulls out, and you see just a plain-looking building that suddenly explodes, and all these gun parts and bullets and shrapnel and everything else just starts flying out the direction of where that hole was dug, just littering the ground as it rains with ammunition and things. And you start to hear little explosions and stuff too as the bullets go off. And then the three of you awake, and you're soaking wet, and you're in the middle of this fountain. There are no towels anywhere near you, unfortunately. And Marcus is outside, kind of leaning against a post with a cigar, just laughing.
I feel like that
So, how was
deal
the
of
die-in?
one free gun from his back room is no longer a very good one.
Maybe we should
Indeed.
take the exposure.
Also, did you know how he said give you a refund of bullets or like in lead? See how much cooler that was than like saying like what is a refund but also made of lead. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We'll
good
workshop it.
notes. Good notes for you.
Yeah.
That is so funny. All right, so the three of you kind of step out of the fountain and shake off the water and the goo that's in there. And Marcus is basically like apologetic and saying, "Hey, death happens to us all. Sorry." And is like, "Don't worry about, your reward. I have plenty more where that came from." Is there anything else you'd like to do? You do now that the massive explosions have gone off, see that the town is waking up and more people are out and about chatting, looking around. Some are kind of rifling through all of the debris, looking for anything valuable. And you do see some glowing lights kind of coming out of where you were just at. Some blue and green and yellow and white colored lights, which
From
you know to be
Marcus's?
loot. Yeah.
Oh,
You're all familiar with what happens. Sometimes when you kill something, their bodies explode into guns and ammunition and currency and potions and things like that. Nobody knows why. It's never been explained, but it is just something that you're familiar with.
I drop my now wet cigarette into the water, take a fresh one, light it, and then go over and start grabbing all the loot.
I feel
Right.
like while you're standing in the water though, like the occasional bubble noise comes up.
You're correct.
Definitely.
While I was in there was bubbles happening.
All right,
It
so you
happens.
you can roll 2d8 and 2d4 and get yourself a random gun. And then you can also grab a potion.
You cut out, so I didn't hear what you said. I can grab a what and a potion?
Okay, so roll 2d8 and 2d4, and then you get 2 potions.
Okay. I got 3 on the 4s and a 6 on the 8s.
Okay, and then in the gun table, that is a what on the 8s?
I got a 6.
Oh no, it's separate.
Oh, they're
One on
separate?
one and one on the other. Yeah, let me show you this.
Oh, okay. I got a 1 and a 5. Okay, so a pistol and a sniper rifle?
No, you got a Ferrior pistol.
Oh, I see. First number is
Yeah,
the item
first
in the
number, second
fit.
number.
Next one's the guild.
Oh,
Yeah,
got
so
it.
you have a Ferrior pistol, which is just like your crappy pistol, except that, what does Ferrior do? Gosh, I don't know. Ferrior, when you swap it or reload it, you toss the gun and it explodes like a grenade.
What?
But the accuracy is -3. And then you can roll for your rarity if you'd like, which is the 2d4. What did you get on the first d4?
2?
So it's a common, and then the second d4?
A 1.
A 1. Okay, so it's just a common pistol. Everyone else, what did you guys get?
I got a 1 and 7 for my 2d8, so I have that'd be
Horde
a
pistol.
all right, and torque pistol, and then my 2d4 was 4 and 3.
Okay, 4 and 3 is epic. So you know right away, because you've been doing this a while, that the orange guns are the best guns, and you run straight in and grab that first. So go ahead and roll an element on the element table for me by rolling a d100.
Alrighty. I'll triple 0. Yeah, I have a 100 on that.
Hey, remember me?
Welcome
back.
You got a 100? Dude, okay. So your epic pistol does explosive damage and cryo damage.
In the words of Torg, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I can't really do the whole voice censoring mid speaking, but if I could, I would.
Nice.
Make it rain!
I got a Hyperius SMG and a 1 and a 3 for potions, which I can't pull the table up.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about the potions. Your D4 rolls were what? A 1 and a 3?
Yeah.
So the rarity is common, but it is
Oh.
elemental. So roll a D100 for your element.
All right.
In person, it's so much more fun because you could just give them a card. Had to make this whole thing work here. Okay, so 71. That's going to be... What was it? A common element? 1, 3?
1, 3.
71. That is explosive. I'm just going to say
I
it's
feel like they should
explosive
make a loot generator where you just kill a guy in Borderlands and whatever spills out of him you assign to your players.
I know. I would love to program something like that. I don't have the know-how.
So what's the element again?
Explosive. So now all 3 of you have explosive weapons. Very nice.
Woo!
An explosive
then-
SMG.
And then
So
everyone
is
also
that
has 2 potions.
1d. Is that 1d6 cryo and 1d6 explosive?
It's whatever damage you're doing also does explosive and cryo damage. It doesn't add any dice.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it just means that it will freeze and explode. All right. your first combat. Nice, easy tutorial.
Well, we died. I don't know if we won.
Yeah, but dying is part of it, you know? You guys are used to dying.
Yeah.
All right, but like I said, you see some townspeople around. You see a lot more activity going on. Moxie's is now open. As you can see, the door has been pushed open, and you're ready to do whatever you'd like to do as you search for this magical artifact. There's the guard post. There's the town square. There's that creepy ass alley. There's Moxie's, of course. There is the house that's shaped like a butt. There is, let's see, you can just leave. That's what bounce is. There's a old doll or dahlia, I think it's called here, factory that looks like it's permanently closed. There's a house on stilts, etc. All these things you see here are for you.
Maybe we put a mask on Stinky and go to Moxie's.
Yeah, yeah. Let's. I'll switch my eye patch to the other side, and then she won't recognize me. I don't think.
Perfect.
All right. Heading over to Moxie's house. Is that all you're gonna do? Is just switch the eye patch?
Yeah. I'll take off my bandana too, and I'll put it around my like a mask.
Okay. Nice. I love that. Is there a sort of check for talking that would apply to that? I don't know. We'll get into
Talking?
it later.
Or
Yeah,
sneaking?
It's a talk check. But I
Who
don't
do
know
I
if you
gotta
have
talk
any
to?
like just any if you end up talking to anyone. I'm trying to think of what charisma is in this game. I don't know. We don't even need to bother
It
with
seems
I believe there is. It is
there
yeah,
is a talk
check.
check.
It's
that. Yeah,
based off of speed.
gotcha. Okay,
Obviously.
obviously. All right, so as you head over to Moxie's, you can see that mainly a bunch of smelly alcoholics who were waiting from the night before are starting to bring in there. It says here in the book, Moxie stands behind the bar, bored out of her skull, and then Tiny Tina has written a note that says, "I tell you what I'd like to bore Moxie with out of her skull," and I just love that little detail. You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying.
I think.
Yeah, so as you head in towards the bar, only Stinky knows this, but it smells like a mosh pit the day after, like a lot of beer has been spilled on the ground, just permanently.
So it
so it's
smells
real
like
nasty.
me.
Basically. But yeah, you head in there, and Moxie kind of perks up, and she looks at you, Stinky, and she just kind of smiles and is like, "Welcome back, sugar. Why don't you come sit down and grab yourself a drink now that we're open?" I can't do her voice, so you're not going to get it. Sorry.
And I go.
I feel like we all go, ooh.
I go. Thank you, ma'am. This is a lovely establishment I've been in for the first time. I would love a glass of beer, please.
Yeah, she pours you some beer, and she'll take a gold from you for it.
Stinky, why are you talking like that?
Excuse me. My name is Matilda.
No,
Sir, I don't know you. I don't
it's
know who
Stinky.
you are.
I'm Lefty. You literally almost left me to die like
Goodbye,
5 minutes
sir.
ago.
And I just walk away, sort of slinked like this to a table.
I think that was Stinky.
She's like, "You're not the
they're
first
trying
person to
to
break
do
into
the-
my bar, you know. You don't have to hide yourself."
I think they're trying to do the two kids in a trench coat approach.
Oh.
Yeah, you're
Interesting.
trying to be two kids in a trench coat. I love it. All right. What do you guys want to do? You want to talk to anybody in here? You want to ask Moxie anything? You want to look around?
Well, I've got to use this +5 to ingratiation that I've got.
Yes,
Does that go on top of my talk score?
it
Or
does. It does.
oh, sweet. Okay. I'm going to ingratiate myself to Moxie. Moxie, I love what you've done with the place. Somehow you managed to get all the sand off the floors, but then recover them with vomit. How do you do it?
She's like leaning in as you talk, and you can see like her cleavage being squeezed together, and she reaches down behind the bar and she like flutters her eyes and pulls up this giant tip jar and like sets it on the bar. And and she's like, "Oh, you are quite flattering, aren't you? I'll tell you all about it." She kind of looks down at the tip jar.
Actually, I probably have more pertinent questions if I'm going to be spending money on them. I say, and I drop 2 gold.
Oh, don't tell me you're
Uh,
looking for those offer letters for that
Uh,
stupid wizard's wand
no, I was
request.
wondering if maybe you could help me find a wand.
Oh, that silly wand. Yeah, everybody's been coming around here looking for it, and you are, oh, so very close.
To the people that were coming to look for it. Okay, and he starts like writing scribbles down.
Mhm.
Well, we're
And-
close, Eli. So
Yeah, and she kind of like leans in even more and like pushes her breasts together as much as possible.
I start like looking under the like pieces of cloth on bar stools and like
She
around
rolls her
corners and stuff.
eyes.
I think she's meaning this, and I put another like gold coin into the tip jar.
Yeah, and then she kind of
Oh,
winks at you.
it's in the.
She winks at you, and
No,
then
it's
she
not
like
in the
uses
jar.
2 fingers to pull out a crumpled letter, and she's like, "Is this what you're looking for, honey?"
Just another gold coin.
You look like you need a stiff drink. And she kind of like pours up some whiskey for you and slides it.
Whatever's good.
All right, so you open up the letter and you see it says, "Procurer Marcus, the malefactor concern requests, on behalf of our leader, Lord Kanagawa, that an investigation be made into the whereabouts of the wizard's wand. If found, we express interest in what elemental effect the weapon might possess. Find some vault hunters to test the wizard's wand on hazardous fauna. Our usual offer for payment stands." And then you see a little objective pop up on screen, and it says, "Test the wizard's wand on the local wildlife."
We'll never get used to that echomancy.
I hope it's got what you're looking for. I couldn't make heads or tails of it, but if it helps.
So it's in the bar though.
Oh no, you must be confused. No, the wand isn't here, no. But all the
But it's
people looking for it
close.
did go
And
missing
then I like
here.
wink.
Sure thing. She's like, she's seen your kind before. All right, anything else you
I'm
guys would
drinking
like to
my
do?
as I'm drinking my beer, I sort of like I start talking to the people that I'm around and I go like, hey, have any of you seen a wand around here? Or you heard about a wand? Something like
Roll,
that.
roll a d20. Or actually, do a talk check.
Talk check with the
Yeah.
D20 plus 1.
D20 plus whatever your talk is.
Oh no. Natural 1 plus 1 is 2.
Okay. This is the
I
first
fart a
time
lot
I've heard of
as
a
I
wizard's
talk.
wand. Sounds shiny though. Is it worth a lot?
Oh no, it's worthless. I just wanted to know if you'd seen it because it's got a lot of sentimental value.
Oh yeah, are you the wizard?
Yep, that's me.
Well, why don't you sit down for a spell and tell me all about it?
Good one. That's a good one. Never heard that one before.
Yeah, I just came up with it right now.
Those are good. You should meet my friend Eli. I bet you guys would really get along. Eli, Eli, come here. I found a friend.
Like kind of like, all right.
Oh, now Stinky knows us.
Yeah.
What's going on?
This guy, he's great. He's really punny. I thought
He's
you
got
guys
some
should meet.
glasses on, and like his hair's all unkempt, and he's got a coffee next to him, and he's got like his book open, and he's jotting down notes.
You wouldn't happen to be a writing type, would you?
Yeah, actually, I'm working on my novel right now. Would you like to hear about it?
What genre?
Well, it's speculative fiction. I wanted to
I'm
find
so
out what it
sorry. I'm
might be like
only
if the
interested.
world was like technology instead of magic based.
I think some other writers may have covered that. Should check out.
Man, my mom was right. I'm never gonna be original.
And also, I'm sorry. I'm more interested in pulp erotica. So.
When you say pulp erotica, you
Uh,
see like this dark shadowy figure in the corner with like the hood, the Aragorn figure, kind of like perk up and look over.
Yeah, the trashier the better. Typically, the high fantasy stuff, open blouses on the cover and all that.
Fabio on every fucking page.
That's exactly what I was thinking,
Yeah.
Fabio.
Yeah, love it. Well, I mean, I've never tried anything like that, but I could try. I mean, I
But
don't know.
well, that's neither here nor there. But if you could write some riddles, I definitely would have some gold for you.
Riddles.
Riddles, I say.
Riddles, you say? And you see his mind start to turn, and he like goes down to the page and he writes down riddle with like a giant question mark. I'll think about that.
Work on
you-
it. We'll definitely be back. But what was that about? A wizard one I may have overheard.
You see like a pop up a little thing that says like add to contact, and you see like just the worst selfie of this guy imaginable, and his name is Stilton.
Stilton.
Stinks and Stilton. Yeah, except.
Yeah. Boop, boop. Oh, now I can tell you whenever I think of a good riddle.
Hey, Lefty, you might want to meet this guy.
While this is going on, Lefty's sidling over to the erotic fiction guy and then leaps on him and starts rifling through his pockets and goes, "Aha! He has it!" and pulls out a copy of The Wizard's Wand.
Nice. Yeah, he's totally just like, like freaking out, like, what in the hell do you think you're doing? And I found it. Like, get up, that's mine.
Not anymore.
He's kind of like gripping onto you, like trying desperately to like stop you, and you're way too strong. You overpower him so easily.
Man, quest
The
over. And I
Wizard's
slam it
Wand.
on the table in front of my friends.
The Wizard's Wand is my favorite book. How dare you?
Well, we're going to be testing it out on a lot of fauna today.
You're gonna read them to sleep. I love it. Yeah,
Oh.
you're like holding the book and it still won't go away, and you're like, end quest, and it won't fucking end.
Oh, is that the Wizard's Wand copy that's about Hitachi?
It's got a lot of pictures actually for a book. Whoa.
Yeah, it's like laid out like a children's book, but it's just horribly aggressive. Like
Oh,
so
no.
aggressive. But just these huge, very round, like cartoonish drawings on every page.
Hey, look, Moxie's in here.
And then you look back and it's like illustrations by Moxie.
I don't think that's gonna work on the local fauna. We can try it, but I mean, I'm up. Eli's at a little bit of a loss for words, trying to like piece together like he could be right, but
We shouldn't take the chance that I'm wrong, and I just like put it in my pocket.
You hear like an echo because he's right next to you talking, but also talking through the echomancy, and he says, "What has a bank but no money?"
Is this another river joke? This is so stupid.
here now is like beep, beep, a river.
No, me. I'm terribly poor. That's why I'm a writer.
Are you paying this guy?
It's all echoing back and forth here.
Not yet. I'm considering it though.
All right, anyone else you want to talk to? You tell me who you see. You tell me what you want to do.
I finish my beer, put it back on the table, and I go, well, I got nothing. What did you guys find?
I'll leave that one for Lefty.
Yeah, I found the wand. I mean, it's
That's, and I like take it from you, and I'm like, what are we supposed to do with it?
we're supposed to use it on Fauna.
Use it on Fauna? Would it beat Fauna with it?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know who Fauna is either.
Eli, you're
Maybe
the
they're
only
here
one
for-
who knows words, apparently.
Maybe we're supposed to do. I don't really want to do a lot of these pictures to things. So maybe one of those is like the key.
The examples.
We can't do this to Fauna.
Maybe Fauna's really hot.
Well, what if Fauna doesn't want to do that with us?
Maybe
That's
Fauna's
true.
into bungee jump penetration. You don't know.
Yeah.
I would be into this though.
Noting that
And I take
down for a
glasses out of
band name.
off the top of my head, and I sort of put it down.
Do you put the glasses over one eye patch and your eye?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
I lift my eye patch so I can look at both. Wow. Some of these are really good.
Yeah, the illustrations are pretty amazing.
I'd try some of these.
Be careful though. Some of the pages are stuck together. I don't know why.
And I give it back to you, Lefty.
He
Lefty.
got it from a man in a trench coat in the corner.
And as you look,
Oh.
the man is gone. He's not anywhere in the building.
I guess it's yours now.
Heck yeah.
Have fun with that.
Lefty tentatively sniffs it, but doesn't seem to notice any smell.
Well, you don't notice a smell, but everyone else does. All right. Anyone else y'all want to talk to?
I'll try something a little bit bold here. I kind of slammed down on one of the tables, trying to get the attention of people inside.
Mm-hmm.
We need to know about a wizard's wand. Wizard's wand. Anyone. Paying a
Couple
pretty
people
fair
kinda
amount.
Talking amongst themselves, like, wizards, what? Do you know anything about it? I don't know anything about it. And then you see one person who's like, completely by themselves, just raises their hand. I could tell you about the wizard's wand.
Wow, a real wizard.
Does look like a real wizard.
Is he pondering an orb?
He might have been just before. Yeah, he's got that aura about him, like he had just been pondering.
Okay.
Does he have an orb
Post-pondered
with him?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
It's not a public ponderer.
Not a public ponderer, no. He ponders in the bathroom, and then he comes back out.
He's a
People
private
watch.
ponderer.
He's a private ponderer, yeah. Yeah. Oh god. Do you wanna roll a talk check to see how much this guy tells you?
Sure. All right. So I got an 18 there. I have no mods.
Perfect. All right. So as he kind of like shuffles over to your table, you see that he has two wooden legs, and they're just both like coming over. And he starts to say, I've heard many stories about the wizard's wand, its origin shrouded in mystery. Apparently, it was the creation of some wise sorcerer named Ezekiel Coogan, though his motivations for doing so are unknown. The wand itself is made of pure gold. It's as valuable as it is deadly, and its magic is said to be uniquely powerful and destructive. though the precise nature of that magic is unknown. And it's like he's just rolling off this fucking extremely boring boilerplate like wizard speech. You know what I mean? And as he says, it's been said that it lies in a bunker buried deep within those two. It was those two right over there. And coming through the door, you see the man in the hood kind of pointing, and the two guards from outside look very bored. They didn't want to be bothered for this, and they're just kind of like, "All right, I guess." This man says you stole his pornography. It's not pornography. And they're like,
I only stole pornography, so it must not have been this man's.
well,
And I
all
hold
right,
up just like
it's
the
kind of
most
pornography.
pornographic page. Are you sure this is your book? I mean,
It's got my signature on it. My DNA signature.
that's got to be some new kind of technology.
I wouldn't echomance that.
I'm sorry. Did you want to know where the wizard's wand was or not? And he's kind of like, he feels all interrupted by the commotion.
Well, first off, what's your name? I never got that.
My name is
Yes, your name.
Tanner. I was gonna go
Tanner.
for something fancy, and
All right.
Tanner came out.
Thank you
It's a
for the
really
info
old
dump.
name. My grandfather's 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 name. He used to be a Tanner, and we've all been named Tanner.
Let me guess. There's also like a Jonathan and maybe a Xander and a Chad somewhere on the lines too.
No, not in our line. The Chad
Maybe you
is a
could-
more recent bloodline.
Maybe you can tell us a long backstory about it.
Oh, and he does. He certainly does. And we flash forward like 2 hours, and it's now like it's now like 2 p.m. The sun's high in the sky, you know, and you have learned so much about this.
Got my like
wizard's
fourth
family.
whiskey going.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like Moxie's tip jar is full up by now. You know, there's plenty of activity going on. The jukeboxes are you know, extremely loud at this time of day to be able to go over the cacophony of talking voices. But yeah, you've got this wizard's whole life story down. You also know that he knows exactly where the wand is, who has it, and how to get there. Like he just
So-
tells you everything.
Tanner the First was the one who invented the what now again? Sorry. Then we can get to the wizard's wand.
He invented leatherworking, and so we would take the skin off of an animal and tan it.
Can we like walk
he
and talk
called-
to this bunker?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The wizard won't come with you, but you can do whatever you want.
Why not? Come with us.
He's got
Yeah.
2 little stubby legs. He can't come with you.
I'll carry
Well,
you.
He's not
That's-
equipped for the desert. He's not equipped for the desert. Look at the legs.
Yeah, not that he can't. It's
Whoa.
just that he would rather not.
All right. Well, we could make it accessible for you if you wanted to come. We
Yeah.
love all your stories.
The problem is that the bunker has a lot of stairs.
Again, look at these guns. I could carry you.
He's like looking back and forth between the pistol, the rocket launcher, and your muscles.
I mean, surely there's a necromancer around here we could hire and borrow their mech.
If you need necromancing, that's going to cost you extra, sugar. You hear from behind the bar.
No, a mech. Well, I see.
I bet you
Uh,
that guy's got a book about mech romancing.
Absolutely. Yeah, the guards are just like arguing with him now as he's struggling to make his case, and they just don't fucking care. at
Can we
all.
leave while I still have this quest item?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we get a map?
Yeah. All right. So where's this bunker at again? And the
Yeah, so he highlights the path on your echomancy device, and so you see like a digital signature of or a magical signature of where to get going. and you guys decide to leave town. Is there anything else before you leave that you want to do here? Just quickly.
Can we look for those boxes that have the purple bricks in them?
The Iridium boxes?
Just thinking back to
Absolutely.
the 5 things I remember from Borderlands.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Good old
I mean,
Iridium.
if you go
Climb on a
snooping
bunch of
around,
rooftops and dig in dumpsters.
if you go snooping around, you might find some extra stuff if you want to do that.
I feel like the desert is calling.
Okay. All right. So we
But
are going
it's
to.
everyone's choice, not just mine.
We are going to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fast forward because travel is easy here. You guys hire a vehicle, zoom straight ahead, or maybe you're running. Who knows? But as you guys are running, we will take a quick break and pick up here in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us in Afterthought Committee's playthrough of Bunkers and Badasses, the Borderlands version of D&D that is much, much better, much more fun, and much more exciting to run, at least that I know of. So thank you again. We have our lovely badasses here. Lefty being played by O'Malley, Eli being played by Tom, and Stinky being played by B. And we have just left the town of New Haven with the information that you needed in order to track down the wizard's wand. So, where we're going to open up is you are on the road. Oh, I love this. This basically is just like, at some point, you'll have a quest to go on and leave town, and there could be all this stuff to do with traveling, and it has this huge thing about, south of the border, Satan's gum line just on the horizon, dark against the sky like a row of tombstones, and all of it is scribbled out, and it says, skip cutscene, boring. So you're there. You're just there already. And you see you're outside of an entrance to abandoned tunnels, which you had heard from the wizard Tanner, Tanner the 17th, that would lead into this area where you could find the hideaway of Coogan, who was the person who was the last known owner of the wizard's wand. The wind is blowing as hard as can be, hair whipping, and the dust is getting in your eyes and causing your nose to be filled with heavy boogers. And you see
Gas mask and goggles.
the cold, dark, foreboding entrance in front of you.
Okay, we got to watch for cougars, that wizard said.
Cougars.
Yeah, he said
There's
Zeke's
cougars?
cougars.
Oh no! I take out both my guns.
Oh God.
What do cougars like to eat? Babies?
That's dingoes.
I feel like it's a wider thing than that, like meat in general.
So babies. We need to find baby. You know what we should always have on hand? A couple of babies.
Couple of babies. Gotta have them.
I think it
They
would
sound
do us
expensive.
good. Yeah, you got to keep them alive.
I used to have 3 children, he says from atop your shoulders.
You came! I'm so glad.
You watched for so long that you forgot he was there. He fell asleep.
I'm even more confused. I thought we just fast traveled.
Oh yeah, fast travel.
Fast travel.
So when you get there, I forgot to mention that there's a wizard's staff that's stuck in the ground, and it has a little gem on the top, and when you approach within 10 feet of it, it turns from red to green, boom, and you know that you can now get back to New Haven as fast as you'd like, whenever you want.
Is this the wizard's wand?
No, that's simply a fast travel point. Were you born yesterday?
Rude.
I think he might be born a few decades ago, actually.
Actually, it was born twice in the last couple days because
It's
we keep
true.
dying.
You technically
Yes,
were born this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He's had
You
a lot
are
of
dying.
brain injuries.
Ah, that makes sense. Those brew
think it's
heal
worth-
cauldrons, they never quite work as intended.
Right.
Yeah, and the water doesn't taste very good.
Oh, I wouldn't drink that water. We've been pissing into that fountain for years.
I slough him off of me and I go, all right, lead the way.
Oh, I'm not going in there. I just needed to show you the way. No. I'm done here. Do you have
Well,
any
where are
last
you gonna go?
questions? And he's like starts to hobble through the sand over to the Fosterville point.
Well, wait. Don't you don't want to see this wand?
Absolutely not. Anything legendary is sure to be fraught with death and despair. That's why I keep to myself and ogle Moxie all day. It's a lot safer.
But you have a legendary legacy.
I don't know if we should say the L word, leg.
A legendary legacy. Oh god. That's so fucked
Uh,
up.
A little bit.
Does Moxie like you back?
Of course she does.
He must tip a lot.
Hey. I sort of nudge Lefty and I go, hey, you wanna give up your pawn?
He's like,
What? No.
he's like, I'm responsible for keeping that place in business.
I mean, like,
How?
you're welcome to look at it, but this is the quest item.
All that gold from leatherwork, it had to go somewhere. I invested in it.
Oh,
Moxie
here,
had a
there's a
great
leatherworking
idea.
section.
Yeah, there's a leatherworking section in there for sure, but it is a much different type of leatherwork.
Well, at least show him that portion because that could be useful for Moxie. Moxie might like that, right?
Yeah, she'd look great, I think, in page 82.
No. Page 82 is Leather Daddies. You might want to move past that.
I think Moxie's into that.
Oh.
I think she likes that.
But if
All right.
you're done, I best be going. It's late and I need to take my vitamins.
Oh, Tanner, you're showing your age. You know that?
We'll miss you.
I will miss you.
A little bit of tear rolls down his cheek.
Oh,
what?
buddy, and I slap a hand on his shoulder, and I hear a crunch, and then I go, "Oh, sorry."
Pull out my Echomancer and just, add him.
Yeah. Add to
Maybe.
contact.
Put a little
Yeah.
star next to his name.
Nice. Favorites. He's in your top 8.
It's your top 8, yeah.
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 He is great to talk to when you got a little bit of a buzz on. I've learned so
Yeah.
much about the Tanner legacy.
Because the cool
Oh, and
thing
those
about having a
recipes you shared.
conversation with Tanner is that you don't ever need to speak up. Like it just keeps going and going. So you can just hang out like it's a TV show. It's never an awkward silence.
He's great to fall asleep to. He's got a very relaxing
you know
voice.
who he is, honey? I know.
Oh.
You know that old man on QI that always has a story about every single family
Yes.
member he's ever had is like a famous person.
Yes, that's him.
Yeah. Giles Pritchard, I think.
Giles.
I was thinking basically David Attenborough. Like,
Yeah,
you just put him on to fall
He's a
asleep.
cross between the two of them. Yeah, love it. All right, but yeah, this dark cave is in front of you. You can't see inside of it. It's just this big empty void shadow. And it's getting cold now as the sun is just now starting to break past the horizon.
That guy was really nice.
I liked him. I hope I'd love to take him on more adventures. I think he'd be a really good
I bet
travel
he's
along
been
buddy.
on some crazy adventures back in the day.
Yeah, tanning adventures.
Well, we are en route to our own crazy adventure. Anyone know anything about this bunker other than it's where the wand's located?
I sort of like
Looking around.
You know that it used to be a mine, and that it was abandoned a long time ago when some like necromancer moved in and started doing all kinds of weird shit. And then basically the necromancer was killed, and then they abandoned the place because there was like all this leftover magic, like making shit uncomfortable and weird for everybody. And that was definitely
Fantasia effect. Got it.
yeah. You know, you'd go in there and you'd start feeling really sick or something. You know, it's like you'd have to send a canary in first to make sure it's safe. So it had been closed off a couple decades ago.
I get up sort of close to it, and I like up until it gets pretty dark,
Mm-hmm.
and I turn back and I go, anybody got dark vision?
Echomancy, night vision.
I can't see in here.
Do you
You
not?
just haven't figured out how to turn your night vision on yet.
How do you do that? You guys are gonna have to lead me because I can't see anything.
I feel like I take out
Gesturing
my
for-
cell phone and press the little button that turns on the flashlight mode and just like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Gesturing towards my goggles, I just like press a button. You hear like,
Yeah,
and
they're all
then
green.
I look at the light, and I'm like, oh no!
Shit.
Right. Tom Clancy over here, dude.
Oh, hey, that works.
Yeah.
What?
Why is
what?
everything
And then
green?
I take my goggles and I put them down, and I'm like, oh, look at that. That's neat.
You should have been wearing them while we were in the desert. You would have avoided getting sand in your eyes.
I like the way they look on my head.
So
Also,
true.
we've been adventuring for like 3 years, Tom. How come you've never told us this before?
Yeah, you always lead us in all the dark caves. You've always done that.
Thought you
Always
knew
loves
about
dark.
the night vision goggles. That's why we bought them.
Flashback to the last time you guys were in a dark cave. What does that look
I
like?
feel like I'm walking to a wall for the 15th time. Do we
Yeah,
have to keep adventuring in dark caves?
I'm
have
leading.
Bunkers.
Eli's like pocket is outturned, and I'm holding his pocket, and I'm just like walking with him.
Why are you guys making me lead? I'm the one with the sniper rifle. This isn't right.
Well, because we can't see. Duh.
Yeah. You've duct taped like a dagger on the end of it just in case, because you know, like, if you find anybody, you're way too close. All right. Back to the present day. So you're at the entrance to these abandoned tunnels.
That reminds me of the time of a good one though. What has an eye but cannot see?
Oh, that dude you shot in the eyeball in the stockroom.
Oh, I mean that, but also a needle.
Oh, a needle has an eye?
That would work if you stabbed a dude with a needle.
Yeah, that would be a good. Yeah, exactly. See, okay, Lefty's got a good idea. Listen, Eli, these things only work if you kill the person in the manner in which the riddle is meant to be about.
Yeah, they gotta connect.
Does that make sense?
All
Yeah.
right.
You can't be talking about needles when you shoot somebody. You know, doesn't make any sense.
But what if you killed like a seamstress?
There we go.
Bam.
But what if we did the whole like promise, stick a needle in my eye thing?
See, now
there's some-
you're just adding layers to it. You're not simplifying.
Yeah, exactly. You're making it more specific, and I think that's tougher because I don't think you're going to find a seamstress that you're going to kill. I don't see it happening in the future.
Maybe we should get Stilton on the phone.
making that
Yeah,
a personal objective here.
Yeah, you can
Find
workshop it.
seamstress with reason to kill.
Oh my god, that's great.
All right, we might encounter some really bad shit in here, so everybody, be on the lookout. Get your guns out. Let's be ready. Let's not get taken by surprise, huh?
Before we go, I have to ask: would a tailor count?
A tailor counts. They use
I know a
needles.
Taylor. Taylor Middich. Yeah. Newman High School.
Did I leave the Echomancer up?
I start going into the tunnel.
All right.
I follow
Step
with a
into the
rocket launcher
darkness.
drawn.
Perfect.
Nice.
You step into
I
the
got your
darkness,
6.
and you see a ton of like abandoned tools with large spiders kind of creeping into the darkness away from you as you approach. Webs everywhere, dust everywhere, and a big iron door. 2 of them like kind of closed together like a vault. And spray painted over the top, it says derelict.
Derelict these nuts, right? Who has some spray paint? Anybody got spray paint? I want to add that to this.
You for sure have some spray paint. Yeah.
I shake it up and I add that to it.
Derelict these nuts. Love it. All right. Anyone have
Is
any
there
idea
like
how to
a
open this door?
button or?
There is like a pad that looks like, you could probably do some arcane symbols on.
Yeah, I'm not very technological.
Okay.
As I'm like looking around, do I get any like shivers or tingles down my spine?
Make a search check.
Any
I
spider tingles?
yeah, I do have a +5 danger insight.
Nice. Yeah. Do that.
All right, so that go on top of my 2. Let's see. So 10 to 17 total.
17 total. Very nice. All right. So you're kind of tracking where the spiders are going, right? Because you're like, oh, if there's those big spiders here, like there's got to be, a mama spider or something like that. And as they start to retreat away, they go towards where all that equipment has been kind of abandoned, and you see them just disappear. And you're like, what the hell? Like, that's a wall, right? There's a bunch of boards kind of put up. And then as you kind of go closer, you feel a breeze, and you realize that what that wall is that everything is kind of leaned up against is really just an entrance that has been boarded up. And right behind that, if you take some time to open it up, you'll see a buried set of very damaged like mining cart rails that lead in and curve south.
Oh yeah.
Definitely dangerous.
And that's where the spiders are going.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they going there? What are they running from? Us?
I mean, don't you know the natural order of spiders and minecarts?
I love that game.
It's all just
Cool.
based on dice rolls. It doesn't really. There's no like skill involved.
The worst is when you progress a little bit and then you go back down.
Oh, that long mine rail that takes you all the way to the bottom. Oh my god.
Yeah.
They say
Ugh,
never dig
that's-
straight down.
Who's talking?
The Minecraft
Who's
developer.
this?
the Spiders and Minecarts developer has a fucking like ad thing out to cover all echomancy. Whenever his game is mentioned, he comes in. Oh, I fucking love that game. You guys playing right now? I'll give you some cheat codes.
No, uninstall.
You hit
It was
unsubscribe. And
ruined.
it's like 404, and you're like, unsubscribe. And it's like you cannot come.
It
to
was
the
ruined
action.
when they added microtransactions to it. I mean,
I know.
Hey,
it was a
Micro is a
dice
great
game.
payment provider. Okay, he launders my money perfectly.
Here's an ad for Micro.
Here's an
Yeah, I'd
ad
like
for
to think that if
Micro.
you pay like an extra,
transactions. If you pay your what, Lefty?
I was gonna say if you pay an extra $5, you can get a phone that doesn't put ads in it, but like no one's willing to do it because it's just a little bit more expensive.
Nobody does it. Yeah.
So this is you saw this minecart. This is you opened the doors and this is what you saw,
No,
or
no.
you
He sees that it's there, but you have yet
Yeah.
to take any action.
I'll rip the boards off.
How do you do it?
Yeah, I'll point it out and be like, that place is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
I go into a berserker rage after I like get a splinter in my finger, and then I just start ripping the boards off the wall piece by piece.
Yeah, you're like punching through them like you're a karate master and shit. You know what I mean? Like you're just fucking tearing them apart. All right.
I feel like after the rage wears off, I'm kind of like, sorry, what were we talking about?
do an interact check and add any bonuses that you might have that are relevant.
I have a -1, so that's cool.
Perfect.
This is not going to go well. Why does it make you click the box to type in?
No idea.
11.
11 total. That's not so bad. All right. So as you're punching, you like miss and hit the dirt because you're just like totally raged out. And when your hand goes through the dirt, it hits something really hard. And all the dirt around this thing kind of falls away. And beneath it, you see the corner of a wooden chest. Kind of stuck in the wall.
I should not have punched that. Loot! I just yank it out.
Whoop! Pull the chest out. Let's see what's inside it. Lucky you, you found 2 grenades.
Whoop, whoop.
Woohoo!
I like unsuccessfully try to juggle them.
Grenade stuff.
Be careful. Remember,
Grenade
like,
teleports to the target and ignores cover. It's a longbow grenade.
Ooh. Ooh.
that's my Hyperion tech.
That's gonna come in handy.
And remember, all of you also have 2 potions.
That we don't know what they are.
One of them, all of you have a health potion, and then a random potion.
I want to sniff my potion.
Okay. Smells like this potion can turn all natural ones rolled to 20s for the next 2 hours.
You have an amazing sense of smell.
Yeah. That's why they're named Stinky, actually.
Yeah, that is. That's why.
Here, smell my potion.
It's like, smell my finger.
Here, let me take it. I'm getting hints of
Oh, it's the same thing.
Oh, look
Is
at
my
that!
random number
You can do the
generator
same thing.
Oh, look, they're the same color. I mean, we probably could have just...
Yeah, they've got the same filigree and label. And
there we
it looks
go.
like yours, Eli, is an extra strong heal potion. So when you roll your 2d8, you can add 5.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. So the way is clear now, and you can hear the very, very faint echoes of like what must be a conversation. You're way too far away to make out the details of what is talking and what they're saying. But you do hear like some activity now that the door is open. It's kind of echoing down the rails.
Should try and sneak up on them.
What?
I take out my Echomancer, send you a message.
Oh, okay.
We're sneaking up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bum, bum, bum,
All
bum,
right, everybody do a sneak check. I don't know what that means in this game.
It is MST.
Mastery. That's right. Okay, so go ahead and roll and add a check to your mastery mod.
Ooh.
15.
13.
6.
15, 13,
But
6.
just kind of par for the course.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say you're able to get close enough to kind of make out the conversation and stuff. So yeah, you're kind of sneaking down. You're going slow, but as you're going down, you see that like this place must have been abandoned in a hurry. the abandoned crates and barrels are all over the place. They're standing on pallets. They're waiting for transport that never came. You see cabling running across the floor everywhere, just thrown aside. You see the skeletons and bodies of lots of people who didn't make it out. And as you're kind of heading down, you can hear the source of the talking now, and you start to hear, I mean, they just left everything behind, like these weapons over here. Yeah, that's a nice gun. There's nice stuff in a lot of these crates. I mean, we wouldn't have to use these old weapons anymore with guns like these. Yeah, but I just like my weapon better. That's probably weird. No. That's how I feel about it. Until you said that, I thought I was the only one. I'd miss my weapon if I wasn't using it, you know? It's an extension of my body now. I put in a lot of time with it. Exactly. Who wants to start over? It's not about the latest trends, it's about we've mastered the weapon. Yes. Thank you. We've mastered the weapon. And then as you guys kind of crest, you see that it is two skeletons talking to each other, standing over a loot pile. And Lefty, you kind of like start giggling, and they like look and see you as you approach. What do you guys want to do?
I mean,
I
I don't have a bone to pick with him yet.
oh,
oh
cool.
oh
All right, so you guys are coming in from here.
That one was phoned in from Stilton. I'm sorry.
yeah, it had
Yeah.
to be. It sounded like a Stilton. That's what it sounded like.
Bro, Conan O'Brien the Barbarian doesn't thank his writers in every episode. You don't have to credit him.
Yeah, he's not here. We'd never know.
We'd never know. All right, so if you want to,
Sup, boo? Please place the guests in their respective seats.
Now, do red barrels explode in fake life as well as they do in...
they certainly do.
Oh,
Barrels
cool.
explode. You love when barrels explode.
And I'm
do blue
assuming
barrels explode?
Mm-hmm.
either cryo or lightning.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. All right, so what you see are the two skeletons that were arguing with each other over a pile of loot. That's what all these gems are supposed to represent. And then you see another skeleton off in the corner, just kind of looking down a dark hallway, holding a bow.
Token doesn't come up again when I
I don't
drag
know why
it.
it's not letting you do it. It says permissions on your stuff.
Here, let me in.
Edited and controlled by B. I don't know why. Weird. There you are.
Thank you. I also can't control. Okay, I can't move it yet.
Oh gosh. Name controlled by boom. Okay, that should work now.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. So you walk in. They've just noticed you as you walk in, and you are kind of in that moment where it's deer in headlights sort of situation. Like you knew what you were walking into, but you didn't know that they would know you knew, and now they know. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
So I go like, hi, and I sort of wave with my gun. We're just passing through.
You see one of them kind of like nudges the other one, and he goes, "Hey, speaking of mastery, now we get to show off." And he pulls up his gun.
Hey. Look, we don't have to do this. You could just let us pass. You could go back to whatever it was you're doing. We just need to get through.
Let you pass? Nah, bud. This is the necromancer's hovel.
Oh, man. The necromancer's hovel?
That's what he said.
Did he say that they romance?
They probably do bone, these two.
Yeah, for sure. I'm like feverishly
Stilton,
flipping through the
stop!
book.
Get off this line!
All right, they're gonna fire if you guys don't act soon. So if anyone has anything to say or do before you get shot.
Yeah. I will activate my action skill and deception into this.
Okay. So your
So-
deception is dropped right where you are. I had to look that up on their Discord server. So we'll copy and paste and then flip around. So this will be your deception copy.
Oh, cool. I feel like
Almost
Eli
the
does this.
Spider-Man meme.
I feel like Eli throws this at us when we're drinking a lot to like mess with us.
Oh, definitely.
Like he'll pretend he's sitting at the table with us, but he's actually left and gone somewhere.
Yeah, you're like, you haven't touched your drink in a while, and then you reach out to like grab the drink, and it's just a hologram.
Goes right through.
And then right at that moment, he goes,
I would love to fly into a berserker rage if I know that we're fighting these guys.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, I can do that 4 times. That's insane.
Mm-hmm. Because of the mastery level.
That's okay.
Okay. So yeah, both of these skeletons have drawn their weapons, and then you see the archer, who apparently is really slow, is just now noticing that like there's anyone else in the room. Go ahead and have everyone roll initiative. I think that's just plus your speed modifier, something like that.
Plus your badass rank, whichever one's 1.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
think.
8.
Okay.
Heyo.
Oh. Nat 1 plus 4. Oh, I should have drank that potion that made it a 20.
Should have drank that potion,
Oh.
boy. You
Quaffed,
messed
man.
up. Okay, so they rolled a 19, and because they already had their stuff drawn, they are going to go first. You did get off your action skills and stuff, but basically as you're cloaking and then as you're drawing your guns and all that stuff, bullets are flying your way. So that's going to be whatever minus your speed, I think, is how I handle this. Let's find out. Oh. I messed this up. Hold on. Now I can see their tokens. Gosh. This is annoying. Hold on. Where the heck are their stats?
No pressure. You're doing a
I
great
lost
job,
all
by the
their
way.
stats.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Brittle Bones. Let's see. He is the fastest, so he's gonna go first. And I did this. He's holding a sword like this, and he's aiming his cutlass essentially, and then he pulls it back and throws it at you. Let's see.
It's terribly inefficient.
Yeah. Okay. D20 minus speed. Okay. So that's going to be at Stinky because you're right in front. What is your speed mod?
Oh. My speed mod is
1.
1.
All right. So that's a 15 total.
No, 2. 2 plus 1. Or so which one is it? The
No,
mod, the big number?
The mod specifically is the little number.
The little number?
Is the mod.
Plus 1.
Yeah. Okay. So that'd be a 15. So I add 2 to the damage. That is going to be 1d10 plus 3. Okay. So you take 8 damage as this sword just like sticks right into your shin or something.
How does it work with shields and this stuff?
Oh yeah, you take shield damage first, and
Okay.
then if your shields are completely depleted, then you take health damage. And every turn, if you don't get hit at the top of the round, your shield recharges by its recharge rate. So I think everyone has a recharge rate of 5.
I forgot to put my health. How do I calculate that?
It should just be 20.
Your melee die
your health
plus
is 20.
10.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
It's on your token.
So
so yeah, melee plus 10.
Yeah, so you would just
melee plus
reduce your blue number, which is 20.
And shield should be 20 normally. I have the buff that gives me 10 extra.
Yeah, some shields are plus or minus.
And you hit me for what? 10?
For 8. And it
For
hit
8.
your shield for 8. So your shield is minus
Oh.
8.
And I don't have my my shield is 22.
Right. So
Okay.
if you use your
Got it.
token on roll 20, I'll do it for you, and just hit minus
I'm doing it
12
now.
on the blue circle. Yeah. So you have
So
12
blue is
shield.
blue is my shield and green is my health.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we gotta do that.
Got it.
All right. So throw the sword, and then they're going to. Oh boy, I have some mayhem points, so I'm going to use a mayhem point, and he's gonna shout something cocky like, I dare you to just try and hit me. And he kind of spreads out, and you can see like when he spreads out, it's gonna be hard to hit him because he's all bones. There's no flesh. You gotta really aim on this one. So he's gonna take one less hit for the next 2 turns.
Hmm.
Then we're gonna go over to the skeleton next to him, and he can only do adjacent targets, and he has a movement of 4. So he's just gonna start rushing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see he's like coming up fast, and he's holding these 2 little daggers, one in each hand, just like skeleton archer. She is going to turn around and kind of head over to this rock pile, 1, 2, 3, and try and duck down behind it to get some cover. And then they are going to use seven squares. How far away are you? Oh god, my fucking user interface is so messed up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so lefty, you're within 7. It's gonna pop around and try to hit you with the. What's your speed mod? Plus like a million?
It's just +3.
Okay, so 16 minus 3 is 13, which means Archer hits you for an extra 2. So d8 plus 2. So much rolling.
It's
So
like
much
it's
rolling.
a role-playing game.
Yeah.
So 7?
7 total. Yeah, so you take 7 to your shields. And
Oh
the
man,
brittle
that just
bones.
enrages me further.
Oh, absolutely it does. And the brittle bones just kind of shouts like, "Protect the necromancer at all costs." They don't know he's dead.
Okay. I was like, what? Who?
Okay, so that's gonna be Eli next.
Alrighty. Let's see here. So I am currently cloaked, and I have an illusory version of me.
Correct.
I guess a good question to ask is, what is the definition of cloaked for all intents and purposes?
Cloaked means invisible. That's how I interpret that. That means
Okay.
you are not able to be seen, period. You can be heard, but you cannot be seen.
In Stinky's case, you can be smelt.
It's true. Stinky's
True.
got a great sense of smell.
I think double check something. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Shorty, you the best. You the best.
I feel like he's feverishly looking up riddles.
It may as well
Bone
be.
riddle, skeleton riddle, bone-related riddles for children.
The person who makes it has no need for it. No. I'm looking at the quick start really quick.
Yeah.
I think I have something kind of courageous and stupid.
I want it. I want courageous and stupid every time.
So while invisible and I've got my fake me stand-in,
Mm-hmm.
try to book it to get I'll use the little thing here. Try to get behind the barrel, kick it up in the air, and then blast it.
Oh boy, that's gonna be a
Ooh.
badass move. Okay, so you only have a
Wow.
movement of 3 squares. So let's just calculate this really quick. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's a lot. So you'd have to take movement, extra movement.
9, 10, 11. How does it
and
work with
movement, extra
diagonal movement? What is the cost?
It's a square is a square. Yeah, so it's just you can move 3 squares.
If you ask for health, I can move 12
yeah,
this
that's what
turn.
I was gonna say is you know, let's make this a
Yeah.
badass moment. And if anybody wants to help you out, how are you gonna help him get over there quickly? Is
I
this
could
something
throw
you
the barrel
guys?
for him.
You can move 12?
Well,
Yeah,
so
Ooh,
I can
yeah.
double move while I'm raging, and I have a movement of 6.
Nice.
Wow.
and you have an extra movement, so you
Well,
can
so it's
technically move
melee.
18.
So as a melee, I figured moving would make a lot of sense.
All
Yeah, it's
right.
up to you.
Yeah.
You could also like hold your action or your whole turn for that barrel to be up in the air if you want to do that.
Yeah. I'll do that, and I'll kind of like, I guess, give the rundown to Lefty.
Yeah, you're invisible, so you whisper over like, "Get that barrel in the air," or some shit like that.
Yeah. The
Just like
barrel
right over,
strategy.
right by
Mm.
right by those boneheads.
Yeah. The red one.
Okay.
The red barrel. Get it up in the air,
This is a
just
maneuver
like we
you're
did
probably
in
familiar
Bunker
with. Yeah,
157.
exactly. Exactly. All right, so that's their plan. Stinky, what are you gonna do?
Meaning how am I going to assist, or what am I going to do for my
You can
thing?
assist if you want. You kind of hear them whispering, and you think, "Oh, they've got a cool plan for that barrel." Are you gonna do anything with that, or are you gonna do your own thing?
Um, I'm going to. I don't have much movement, but I whisper over to them.
You have 4 squares, so you could do an extra movement and move 8 total.
Okay. Um, I I say I'll take care of the other one, and I'll go to the Skelly Archer, and I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will try to find them behind the rock
Mm-hmm.
and shoot them with my favorite gun.
Okay, so you pull out your rocket launcher, start running
Mhm.
forward.
I go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't
I don't
rocket
think this will
launchers have
hit.
splash damage?
They certainly do, but Stinky knows that.
I do know that, and I'm not in the vicinity of it
You
because
are, but
I'm
that's
one
okay.
space. I am?
They're
I thought you
yeah,
had to be in the adjacent square.
you are.
I think diagonal counts as adjacent.
Yeah, it's all around adjacent.
I'm looking. I'm not looking at the little thing that says Skelly Archer. I'm looking at the actual Skelly Archer. So I will go here.
Yeah, the marker is the arrow pointing at the bottom of the square that you're in.
Gotcha. So I'll go there and do the rocket launcher.
Gotcha. All right, give it to me.
Okay. 17, which is
It's got to be at least a hit, probably a critical
it's
too.
a hit for sure.
Does it have
And
a
I
critical?
does it have a critical?
It would be next to it. It would say 1 normal hit and 1 critical hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I D12 per hit plus
Mhm.
1. 8, 9.
And did you add your accuracy?
My accuracy, where's my accuracy is plus 1 also?
Okay, so that'd be a 10 total.
10 total.
All right. And so you roll. Wait, was that your damage?
That was my damage.
Yeah, so you added your accuracy mod to your damage. Okay, so 10 total. And then it explodes, and all over the place is flame, and a few bones go flying.
Okay. And then I will
And
and then I will stow it and get closer. Wait, how many should I move? I moved 4. So, no, I moved 3. I'll move 1 more and melee attack.
Yeah. And then through the explosion, the camera just sees from their perspective this giant fist coming through the flames. You know, they don't even know you're right next to them.
Yeah.
It just boom right through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though that's a 3 to hit.
3 to hit is fine. It does normal damage, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so and a melee is a d10 plus 3. Oh god. What's 0 on a d10?
10.
10?
10. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 10.
So 13 damage.
Very nice. All right, so you basically handle this archer all in one. Like the explosion sends their limbs flying, and their torso is still kind of like hovering in midair. It hasn't even hit the ground yet. And when you come through, you find that core of magical energy in their spine and just punch right through it, shattering the bones and dropping the bow onto the ground, and a little loot pile pops out. You get
I sniff it.
a random Tina potion. Oh gosh, Tina potions. You need to roll me a d20 for that one.
All right. 10.
Okay. You probably don't want to drink this because it smells like a censorship potion.
A censorship potion?
Yeah, you get the idea that like if you drink this, you won't be able to curse for a while.
Oh gosh, what a dumb one.
That'd be really fun to throw at an NPC.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a particular arms dealer would be great for that.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. All right, anything else you want to do on your turn? That was your attack, movement, melee.
And then I could do more. I could move more if I do something.
You could generate a mayhem point, get an extra movement. You could use one of your potions. Who has grenades?
This
You do.
guy.
Okay, yeah. So you can't throw grenades, but you can pretty much do everything else on your turn that you normally could.
Probably should have given one of my grenades to one of you guys at least.
It's all right.
I will move closer to my friends so that when they I can hold my action. Okay, I'm gonna move and then hold my action, and my action is gonna be when Eli shoots the barrel.
Mhm.
I'm going to shoot Brittlebone. No, Skelly.
You've already used your both attacks.
Oh,
And I
Then
think your
I'm-
move, but you might have an extra.
Yeah, you
you can do an
the
extra move for a mayhem point. I guess I'll just do that then.
Okay, so
No,
what do you
actually, I'm just gonna stay where I am,
want? Okay.
so I
Just
don't
hang
get a
out.
mayhem point.
You did just blow up and punch a dude to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
You say some stupid shit like "Go get them, boys." All right, Lefty, Eli, what's the plan?
I think Lefty's gonna run to that barrel and then just chuck it over these
1,
boneheads'
2,
heads.
5, 6, 7.
Did Stilton get to you
11,
too?
12. Easy. 12 is exactly there.
So I'm gonna
Is Stilton
go, I
below?
think, to the space that it's on, if that works.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just throw it over their heads. Nothing too fancy.
All right, yeah. So you're
And
gonna throw it, and it's
I'm
gonna be
readying my
basically
shot.
right in the center of the two of them.
Ooh,
up
though
above
I'm
there.
gonna, with my fingers, because they're looking at me, I'm gonna, with my fingers, go and point it at the barrel in the air and pretend I'm pulling the
Yeah.
trigger.
Okay, so yeah, that's how it's working.
Nice.
You're running around, and it's distracting them, right? So they're both watching you, and like a new sword inexplicably appears in the other one's hands, and the other one with the 2 daggers is like lunging out towards you, right? And they're following you, and they end up turning all the way around, and the look on their face is exactly the same because they don't have any skin. But if they did have skin, you could tell that they would be upset or at least surprised. And so you like skid in the dirt, and you stand up and pick up the barrel and just chuck it. Hand outstretched. Eli, what's gonna happen?
squeeze that trigger the moment it's right, like above the like 2 of them for maximum collateral.
Okay. And I assume you're in a different space just in case they start shooting. It's not going to give you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just moved you down a little bit. All right. So both of you, give me your badass die.
I can quaff a potion, right, as a free
You
action.
certainly can. You
I'm
certainly
gonna do
can.
that now because these has what 3 different ones that you can get.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll quaff my badass potion.
What
And
does
I
it
gotta
taste like?
find that.
A potion that has the power
It
to
tastes
change fate
exactly
so extremely.
like Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Oh, so good.
What did I
Okay,
get? What did I
very
get?
nice. You got a 16.
Not bad.
Not bad. Yeah, that's a raging success. It happens exactly as you imagine it. You know, you put your finger up in the air and the barrel explodes right when you, and you can tell they're both thinking like, how the fuck did he do that? um, but we're gonna need let's see, where is the barrel? It's in here somewhere. Barrel explodes 3d6. Okay, so go ahead and Eli roll 3d6.
Alrighty.
12 damage
12
to
damage.
both of them. Very nice. All right. So the barrel explodes. And in the aftermath of this explosion, all of the oil inside starts raining fire down on the top of them. But what you see, Eli, as the fire starts to come back and turn into smoke, is that the head of the one skeleton has been blown clean off and like landed in the minecart next to it, and is just like sitting there like angry and screaming like, ah, god damn it, blah, blah, blah. And the body is just toast, like completely fucking burning. And yeah, so
Nice.
the brittle bones though is standing there, and he's got oil like raining all down the bones, and it's all on fire. And for a moment you're like, that would make a good comic book character.
Oh yeah, or like an album cover for some
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah. But this guy is gone, and he explodes into a loot pile that is currently just sitting there.
Just noting this down for a Morkborg supplement, oil and bones.
Raining fire skeletons. Absolutely. Let's see. So that was 3d6. Oh, this thing up in the corner is a chest, but it looks really dumb because I didn't know how to use isometric maps. So just know that that's a chest, by the way, sitting there unopened.
This is?
Yeah. So go ahead and
Okay.
generate your mayhem points. That was a glowing success. Or not your mayhem points, your badass tokens.
Glowing success. Is that 2 or 4? I think I was assisting at that point, so I think I get 2.
Yeah, you get 2.
Where's my
All right.
pencil? And what do I do
First
with these
player
points?
rolls their badass die.
You can
and
use them to do more badass moves, I think. So if you can only do like one badass move a day, then you could turn in your badass tokens to do more. I think. I might be making that up based on like mixing up another rule.
I thought
But I
there was
think that's
also
what
a
it
way to
is.
mod your rolls. At any time,
Oh,
add
that's right.
+1
That's right.
to any roll, and you can spend multiple.
Yeah, to do more
They can
badass.
also be
I
spent to
forgot
do an
about the
additional
+1s.
badass move per day.
That's
So
right.
you
That's
get
right.
1 per day without paying.
Like, you think this kind of stuff would be on the GM screen, and I'm finding that I'm not really looking at the GM screen at all very much, except for like guns and drops.
Oh, it's worth mentioning if you do an extra badass move, it costs 1 the first time, 2 the second time, 3 the third
Yeah,
time.
the third time. I don't care about
Okay.
that. We're just getting into it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, loot pile's there. Your turn just finished. 2 skeletons.
Not
are
so
down.
brittle.
Yeah, and we're dealing with our brittle bones here, who is covered in flaming oil, and he looks down at the weapon pile next to him, and he shrugs and says, "You know what? Fuck it." He grabs another weapon, one that he's not familiar with, has never used before, and now he's holding a cutlass and a rapier. and he's trying to swipe at you with both. He doesn't know how they really work. So he's going to rush up on you, and then I'm going to use a mayhem point, and he's going to slash 4 times.
Oof.
It's like, where are my mayhem points? Okay, that's my last one for now. 4d20. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is your speed mod?
3 plus 3.
3. Okay, so the 8 I don't think will hit. Oh no, it's a 2. Okay, so all of them hit. And 16 to 19. 2 extra damage die. Whew. That's gonna be.
I can take
This is
it.
gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Okay.
I have health regen while I'm
So
berserking
1,
for
2, 3,
another turn.
4. Yeah.
So I just
And
need to
extra
stay alive
damage
enough
die.
to use it.
Oof. Okay, 5d10 coming your way.
Oh.
That is 28
Ooh.
damage total.
Okay.
That almost took out
That.
your shield.
Well, my shield was at 23 because of the
Oh,
something,
I
right?
wasn't tracking it properly on here, I guess.
Oh no! Why did my shield go down? Did we get attacked at the beginning, right?
You did get attacked at the beginning, yeah.
Okay, so that was my bad. 23. I'll do it on here instead of on my piece of paper. So it's 28. So I have 0 shield and 15 HP.
Okay. Oh, you're using the red. That's why I was confused. I was putting your health in the green. That's why I got mixed up. My bad.
Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
No, that's okay. Here, let me swap it really quick. Just a
I feel
magic
like
convention.
health is blood.
Yeah. So you feel something you don't really feel that often, honestly, which is the brutal, painful slashing against your arms, just opening up this deep wound.
Yep.
And you're confused because it's very rare that your very expensive shield is hit through so easily, and you just hear this, and it starts like beeping, and you're like, ah, fuck.
Yeah, why can't you shoot me like a normal person?
All right, so that's their move, and they're the only one left, so it's up to you 3.
I feel like it's very common for Lefty to die outright or completely survive any situation. You know what I mean? There's not
Probably,
like a
yeah.
wound. He never gets
Probably.
wounded.
It's one or the other, yeah. So Eli, I think you had the natural 20 on initiative, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you'd have the first say in what you'd like to accomplish.
I suppose Eli would after popping his deception that was already used, so shoulder up, cock the bolt back, and try to pop brittle bones in the skull. See what happens there.
Let's do
Not
it.
too confident. It's a bony target. Worried about Lefty behind him.
Mm-hmm. One
There's
less
that
hit from
little
all
bit of
ranged
inner,
attacks.
a little bit more of that inner monologue. It's like, don't hit Lefty again.
Yeah, that's like your common, your mantra.
Lefty literally has multiple holes in his hat, and he's kind of short, so this has happened.
Alrighty. So 10 plus 6 is 16, which is a hit and a crit.
Okay, so the crit probably doesn't go through, but the hit does.
Actually, wait, is that I think I may have to move first. Hang on. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have to move
Yeah, you have to go up 2, right?
squares. Yeah.
So you'll be
Sorry
right there.
about that. Right, so the hit goes through, and that is a D10.
And Lefty, you get a new hole in your cowboy hat. Just goes right through.
10 damage with my damage mod.
Tarnation.
Nice. 10 damage is good. Okay.
He's not
So-
that brittle.
You hit the shoulder and it shatters and falls to the ground, and the hand that was holding the rapier is now useless. He says, "Damn it, I was just getting used to that." All right, Stinky.
I go, Lefty, you might want to move. Can Lefty move
Yeah.
or no?
Yeah, turns are nebulous. It's side to side. So you guys
Okay.
all take your turn, and then they all take their turn. So
All right.
Lefty was just opening a copy of The Wizard's Wand and was pulling out a riding crop to hit this brittle bones with, but he kind of like, oh man.
you found out that as you're reading in the back were instructions on how to use the book, and it turns out that it's a magic book that if you need to, you can pull out tools from it.
Yeah, of course. There's a paddle. There's we said hot wax. There's
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 shibari
multiple
rope for days.
blindfolds. Yeah, there's jute rope
Yeah.
and a riding crop.
There's a Sibian. You're like, I don't even know how to use this thing. That seems like overkill.
So Lefty will just dive to the side, I guess.
Sick. All right.
And this barrel is gone, right?
It's gone. I can't move it, but it is gone.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay, so
I
I'm
might
gonna
be able to
move
it.
behind this barrel. So one,
Yeah,
two, three,
Take cover.
Nope.
and I'm gonna push. I'm gonna kick the barrel. So I'm gonna.
Oh,
What?
cool.
I just said I couldn't move the barrel. So go ahead.
Oh, sorry. There's a lag, so I couldn't hear. So I'm gonna tilt it to its side and kick it so it rolls into brittle bones. And as soon as it gets adjacent to it, I'm gonna shoot the
So sick.
barrel.
Okay, I love that. I love that. Yeah, so you knock it over, and you can hear like the stuff shaking inside. It sounds like aluminum foil or like steel wool or something, and it's not very heavy at all. And you kick, starts going, and it rolls over a few of the guns, and then as it's getting right in front of Brittlebones.
No, not the loot.
To hit it. What do I add to hit?
If it's your rocket launcher, you add your accuracy modifier.
Okay, my rocket launcher is accurate. So 10.
Total?
And that means what? 10 total to hit. So that's normal.
It's a normal hit. And you're only aiming for the barrel, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to hit, and the barrel will explode, and your rocket launcher will do damage. So go ahead and resolve those two. It's 3d6 for the barrel. So I got that.
3d6 for.
I got
Your
that.
3d6 for the barrel. You got that? Okay.
Yeah, but what's your d12 plus accuracy mod?
Plus accuracy mod. 6 plus 1, 7.
Okay, so 18 total. Whew, that's a massive explosion. This guy's still standing though. He definitely seems to be the leader of the group. And as this barrel explodes, you see instead of it being like a fiery explosion, what it actually does is it causes this huge like electric cloud that sucks up all the oxygen, because that's how science works. And now the fire and the electricity are kind of like mixing together as they coil around his body.
This is really cool.
Okay, now can I shoot again?
Yeah, you can take an extra attack and generate a mayhem point.
Okay.
And he says, "I'm shocked you're so strong." He's got
Oh
one minus for
boy,
days.
Eli.
The necromancer trained him well. Necromancers love puns.
Eli, this is your guy. I hope you get the final shot, Eli, because goddamn. And I'm gonna
That sounds like something
use my
Stilton would write.
I'm gonna use my rocket launcher again and at the guy, at the brittle bones guy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, your nameplate really suggests something other than being strong. Weird.
And then the rocket comes through. He does still have -1 hit. This is the last turn of that. So hopefully you get a 20. Or a 16.
I got a
plus, whatever it is.
17.
Because that's 1 crit, 1 regular?
Yep.
All right, so the crit misses, but the regular goes through.
3.
3 total damage. That's adding your accuracy mod?
Yeah, I rolled a 3. I rolled a 2 plus 1.
Cool. All right, so that brings him down. Another explosion. He's just kind of like, you know, weathering the storm essentially, and it looks like he's even grown a little bit taller. He's getting weaker. He's not gaining hit points, but just the idea that all these rockets and this fucking thing is still standing, you're like, you were supposed to be brittle, and it's really upsetting you, and now you feel kind of like emasculated. So who's next? Lefty?
Yeah. Um,
Unless you
I
wanted
have a
to drink any
question.
potions or something, Stinky.
No, I'm good.
Okay, what was that,
I
Lefty?
feel like Lefty's watched so many cool barrel attacks, and he feels kind of underpowered. But it says with when I'm raging, I deal +1 melee die damage with each
Correct.
attack. Does that mean I add an extra dice, or just
Extra
add
die.
+1? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, when
Lefty's
it
gonna
says
open the
+1
book.
damage, you just add 1. When it says +1 die, you add a whole extra die.
Melee's gonna open the book and pull a paddle out of it and say, "I hope your name's Fauna," and just start like wailing on this skeleton.
Nice.
So I gotta roll d20, and I
It's
get 2
Zimian.
attacks. So I'll roll the first attack. That's a 15.
Good.
So I think I get 1d10 normal, but I would add another d10 because of the
Correct, because you're
rage,
raging.
right? Roll 2d10, 12.
Okay.
And then I'll roll another 1d20. I got a 2, which still
still a
hits.
Still a hit.
And
I'll
roll
explain exactly why in just a second, but give me your damage.
roll 2d10. I got a 14, so a total of 26 damage. Just beating this guy with like a paddle with holes in it.
So you're about to find out why they call this guy Brittle Bones, because you basically go through for your 2 hits, right? And the first hit is so explosive, like with his bones just shattering like glass all over the place, that you have that moment, like even in mid like punch, your follow through gets interrupted because you're like, what the fuck? And then your second hit just like totally finishes the job, and he explodes into even more loot. And he says, "I'll be back."
I step on his skull.
Is he going to Castle Grayskull or something?
That's exactly
I
where he's going.
I think there's
Crunch.
something to this book, guys.
Yeah.
That I
Did a good job.
destroyed that guy.
But yeah,
I'm like
now it's
twirling the paddle.
quiet. The guns around you are twinkling. You can hear kind of a muffled like banging, very very far away off in the northern corner, and then you see the area that archer was guarding. It goes off, and then there's another closed door with that same sort of arcane looking pad in front of it, and it's right in the dirt, so it doesn't look like there's anywhere you can kind of finagle to get around this door.
It sounds like something's or someone is banging.
That noise, by the way, is coming from the top
Treasure
north
chest.
corner. Yeah, the treasure chest area, and the door is over in the railroad area over here where Stinky is.
Okay.
And there's also a loot pile here for Brittlebones, a loot pile here for Skelly, and then a loot pile here that they were talking about.
I mean, we loot the piles, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Who
we loot the
loots
piles.
what? You
Yeah.
want one each?
Loot the room first.
Yeah. One each, or
Then check for traps.
who's first?
Was this a gun pile? I mean, a loot
You
pile for
already
this
picked
one
it up. It was a
too?
Tina potion.
Oh yeah, I did.
So who wants to go first?
Can I have dibs on brittle bones?
Yeah, I'll take Skelly.
And then we'll divide up what was on the ground.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Seems good.
for Brittlebones.
I did call the boss though, so if it's anything really good, I'll give it away.
Oh wow.
I feel like we're having this conversation in character too.
Yeah, we are.
But I have this many DKP, so I feel like I get to buy the bigger guy, you know?
So
We
it
got a
looks like
shield.
Brittlebones had a shield potion, which heals your shield by 2d8. Oh, and by the way, all shields and health are back to normal, or not health, but shields are. And
My
then the only
rage fixes my health.
yeah, the only other thing that he had was 10 gold, unfortunately. The loot pile on Skelly was a shield mod. All right, let's check what
Ooh.
shield mod that is. Has 30 capacity
Ooh.
and 15 recharge.
Oh, okay.
What?
So you can change that up. All right, and then loot pile. There were, I think, 3 things in there. Loot pile. Yes, 3 items in the loot pile. So we have 2 more potions, a brand new grenade mod, and a random gun. So who wants the 2 random potions? Who wants the grenade mod? And who wants a random gun?
I don't have grenades, so I don't want that.
Okay.
I already
Well-
have I have 3 guns, so Eli, if you want a gun.
Yeah, I'll take the gun if you don't want it, Lefty.
Okay. Don't
Or
worry
I'll
about
trade you.
rolling.
We'll trade you this pistol.
I'm good.
Don't worry about rolling, because I'm gonna drop like a named gun here for you. But yeah, I just
Okay.
need to know who's gonna take it.
Yeah, I'll take it, and probably
Let's-
trade off this Torg pistol.
Right on.
Let's hope it's a sniper rifle.
Well, it is. So you have
Oh.
the head sploder.
Ooh.
It is an uncommon
Oh.
Hyperius sniper with a range of 8. You get +2 to your accuracy mod, but -2 to damage.
And if it's over a certain range, you get extra accuracy.
If range equals 3+, add 3+ accuracy.
That's cool.
That's frightening, because I think that gets me up to +7 on attacks.
Yeah, for real. So who got the grenade mod?
I think me, which makes sense. I've got 2.
Okay. You can use it if you want. It's a HP transfusion. You can keep your teleport, or you can go for the transfusion.
Oh, so it'll change my grenades.
Yeah, everyone can hold 1 grenade mod, and if somebody wants this grenade mod and you don't, you can equip it even if you don't have grenades.
Okay. Can I like equip it mid-battle or something, so I can kind of choose what I want my grenades to do?
We'll handle that like a swap, like a reload swap.
Because if I need health, emergency, but otherwise these grenades are like, I don't have to see if I hit anything.
Yeah,
Which
you
is
just
nice.
swap it over.
If someone wants the grenade mod, let me know.
And you start to hear even more banging and shuffling.
That chest is awfully noisy, isn't it?
Oh, let's go look. And I go over
Did you wanna-
there.
It's probably a mimic. We should shoot it.
Did you want to sniff your 2 potions, Stinky?
Oh yeah, I'll sniff them.
Oh shit! You got an epic heal potion and a shield potion.
Shield potion.
You can
Epic
only
heal
hold
and
3 at a
shield.
time. So if you have more than 3 potions, you're gonna have to get rid of them.
Oh, and mine's.
Oh,
a
that is.
2
I already have 3.
Yeah.
Hey, who wants a potion? Who doesn't have enough? Who doesn't have 3 potions and wants one?
I have 2, so I'm good.
Yeah, I have 2.
You have 2 here.
But
You can
he has
have
2 as well.
I mean,
Eli.
I just got this. This thing's awesome.
And it's
Well-
so smooth. It's been like freshly cleaned, and you like pull through. You're like, oh, it's even brand new oil.
Are like all snipers Jacobs boys? Like secretly deep down, they just hope that every gun is a Jacobs.
Totally.
Yeah.
That sight. Oh fuck.
Can I like store a potion like and not,
You can
or
drink
I
it
have
right
to get rid of
now.
it?
You can drink it right now, or you can leave it on the ground.
Who
I'm
wants to not be able to cuss?
I'm happy. Oh, I'll take that one for sure.
Okay, here you go.
I drink it
No.
immediately, and then I start reading passages from the book.
Okay, every time you cuss, you take 5 damage.
Oh no.
It's
So
like
yeah,
it's like South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut. You're literally like in pain as you try to curse.
all right. Well, I take 5 HP damage, and then immediately feel like that was the dumbest thing I've ever done. I pour the rest of the potion on the book, hoping that it will get rid of all the foulness in it.
It starts to eat away at the ink, and you're like, I might regret this.
Yeah, I only put it on the sections that were like real dark.
Real bad, yeah.
And then I go to Eli. You wanna change all your 1s to 20s?
I'm not gonna say no to that.
Here you go.
And
And
all
I take the
right.
shield.
All right. What else would you like to do? The room is yours. You got a door and a chest.
Hey, come
We should
come
shoot
here.
that mimic.
Let's open this chest.
Definitely a mimic. I've seen this before.
Uh-oh, my echomancy is low battery. Oh no.
You might have to try the other ear.
It won't work. It will only work with this one.
That's hilarious.
Oh, well.
Okay, well,
I hope
gonna
it
wrap up in
works.
just a minute.
Okay.
So let me know what you guys are doing.
Okay, so I
yep.
go up to the chest and I kick it a little bit and I listen and I hear that there's somebody in there and I say, "Hey, there's somebody in here."
Yeah. How you gonna open the chest?
I'm gonna, with the butt of my gun, I'm gonna knock off the lock.
It's all old and rusty. Easy to knock off.
And then I keep it closed and I point my pistol at the opening and then I crack it a little bit.
You crack it a little bit and you see a glass orb like reflecting your own face back at you.
I go, "Oh, it's time to ponder the orb."
Are you opening it all the way?
I'll stand behind it and I'll go, "Everybody out of the line of sight." And then I will open it while I'm behind it.
All right, so you open it all the way, and then out of it pops everyone's favorite robot, Claptrap. And he says, "Greetings, Vault Hunters! I hear you're looking for," and he's dancing while he's doing it, "the Wizard's Wand? I know exactly where the Wizard's Wand is. Follow me!" And he pops out, and he starts down the pathway towards the rails where that door is.
Yay!
Way to go, Pandora.
That is actually a riddle because Tanner didn't want to come into here because of all the stairs. I've heard legends of Claptrap's fear of stairs.
Oh, have you seen stairs around here? They're my worst enemy. It's like doing robot. He's rolling over some rocks and he gets over to the door. And he
I
goes,
think we
"This'll
got
just
bitch
take a second."
Tanner.
He goes, "The Wizard's Wand is right on the other side of this door." And he's like pressing all these buttons.
Whoa.
Anything you guys want to do to stop him or let him open the door?
Totally let him open the door. That's
let
my
him open
opinion.
it.
Though.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel like at least if the
Got my
door's
guns.
trapped, he'll be the one to bear the brunt of it.
And the door swings open wide as he turns around, puts his little robot hands on his robot hips, and says, "I did it!"
I can't wait to see how well our dungeon master can beatbox or do dubstep.
Oh, very well. So you guys look, and as the kind of we'll say light is here, as the light is pouring in to the room behind the door, you see the largest, most menacing set of stairs, and that's where we're gonna end it.
Damn it!
Not stairs. Tanner was right.
No!
Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. If you're still here, I love you, and we are going to be back next week, same time, Sundays at 12. Bunkers and Badasses, episode 2. Let's kick some ass. Bye, everybody.